It's so yeah, it's like the 100th Radio. Thank you, Fred, for if it wasn't for Fred, guys, we wouldn't have all the technology we have.
That's right.
So thank you,
Yeah.
appreciate it.
We'll be on our phone.
And of course, Star, our good friend Star,
Yep,
from
Star.
the Blitz 100.1. Star always, trying to keep rock alive and
On
keep
guard
it
all the
so,
time.
Congratulations, Star. Keep up
Thank
doing
you,
the great
Star.
work. So, all right. With that being said, we already paid the bills. Pizza.
Pizza.
So without further ado, our first guest is someone that's involved in financial businesses and advice and all that good
To be
stuff.
our sponsor.
Yeah, I know we need his business to be the sponsor. So
Who said that?
so we'll see. We're gonna get him drunk and get him to sign a contract. 1,000 a week.
In
What the
blood. In blood.
fuck? So, but anyway, you got it. What the? Oh, you put it that Bluetooth. We'll kill it right now. We'll kill it right now.
It's the Marshall.
All right. So Ben Lopez, correct?
Yes,
All
sir.
right. There you go. So I'm gonna let you introduce yourself real quick and tell us who you are, what you do, man, and welcome to Big River Talks.
I want to say thank you for having me on here. I'm already having fun as it is. My name's Jose Ben Lopez. I do life insurance, health insurance, financial planning, wills, trust, power of attorneys. That's mainly what I do.
Wills and Trust. I'm glad you said that because I guarantee you,
Yep.
99% of Mexicans do not have that.
That's right.
And that's why we run into problems when somebody dies and you have the family fighting all over stuff. Guys, you could really help your family out if you come in and talk to Ben about a will, about a trust, whatever. Set it up, man. It's got to be legal. But anyway, so let me ask you this real quick. I know you mentioned some of the things you do. How did you get into the business?
Oh, it was during COVID.
Really?
I got laid off in the oil fields.
Okay.
Wow.
You
And you
know,
decided I need to do something more solid,
I
right?
need to do something.
Yeah.
I need to do something. I couldn't find work, and someone approached me. Hey, like, you want to do business? I said, sure. What do you got? And
Nice.
Once he spoke to me and showed me like what they do, I was like, this sounds simple and easy. I'm game. I'm in. So
Well, how
I
much
started doing it.
was there a lot of investment in the business, or what did it take for you to get started?
Oh yes, I had to study, pass a course.
Okay.
So the course was $50. The license, it was $200
Total.
$200.
Nice.
Yeah.
What was it what kind of test? Like a pregnancy test? I mean, was it urinalysis? I don't know. I don't know what kind of.
Please excuse
I don't know
There's
what
two
kind of-
different tests.
His
Background
medicine is wearing
I was
off.
wearing, I'll go get another dose.
And I will juice him up again.
I don't want to grow up. Anyway.
We'll
I'm
juice
sorry.
him up, put his shorts back on right now.
I refuse to do the podcast with shorts on. So you took the test.
Go to the
And,
restroom. Yes, mother. Thank you.
again, another reference. Ben, how old have you been?
33.
30.
What high school did you go to?
Yeah, okay. Oh my God, the question. Get ready. Hold on. Before you answer that question. Hold on, ready? Where'd you go? What high school?
Alexander.
Oh my. What the? Get the fuck out. Get out. Get out. Get out.
Who let him in?
Is that even a high school, Alexander? What is that?
I don't know.
Is that's somebody's name?
Oh, that's a little daycare.
You know, dude.
It's a nighttime daycare.
Man, if you were a girl, you would be pregnant, man. That's how late you are. That's how late you are. But, okay, so Alexander, what year?
2010.
2010. It was supposed to be 2002, but it's 2010. But no. So anyway, so how? Look, in the Hispanic community, I mean, it's a challenge for you to get us to listen and to pay attention. Now that we're older, now we're like, shit, maybe we should have paid attention and done something.
Maybe you should have started investing earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but again, you're gonna tell me, and I'm sure and you're right.
Your typical 40. Now I know what a 401 is.
The thing is that it's never too late to start, but you're not gonna yield the same result, right, as you would if you started earlier. So, what's as far as your clientele, what's the biggest challenge you have in convincing folks to sign up, especially as early as possible?
Jeez, I love our Hispanic culture. I want to start with that first. We're like, I don't need life insurance. Throw me in the Rio Grande.
Right.
Throw me in the carne asada.
Yeah.
Creme it, just throw me in the carne asada.
Yeah, just throw me in there and then let those ashes. But I mean, so how do you get people to sign up?
I work with a company that provides like marketing.
Okay.
So we do a lead-based business, basically people that opt in through funnels online, they click around, I'm on insurance online, I'm looking for quotes, and then I get that information and calls them or I show them. That's basically how I do it. Sometimes
Okay,
I
so-
go door to door for fun, just to talk to people.
Right. So you do have. You're right. You're gonna have to have some kind of a way to bring these people to funnel to your
Right.
lane. Okay. So what is the best seller? What service is the best seller for you? Is it life insurance? Is it the wills or what is it?
I mainly do life insurance.
Life insurance. That's your main
the
bread and butter. Okay. And I'm sure you work with a bunch of different providers.
As a broker, yes.
The broker, right? So you're our broker. That's okay.
Yes.
I couldn't think of the word. You're a broker. Awesome. Another thing. So, just out of curiosity, man, what's been the weirdest reason somebody has given you to
Will.
or any service? I mean,
Has anybody rushed you to do a will for somebody?
He's dying tomorrow.
Like a
and
significant other. That no, do a will. My husband wants to do a will. All of a sudden.
and then the next day they're dead. You know, she backs up and hits him, and
Yeah.
that's a cop,
It
and
just slipped and fell.
and she didn't know she hit him, and
She slipped and fell into my machete.
yes, several times. So what's been the weirdest reason that people wanna want your service as far as, say, for example, life insurance? Anything that stands out to you? I mean, I'm just curious.
It's always a beautiful love letter. Every time.
Really?
Every time. Every time I meet with people, it's a love letter. I want this for this individual because I love them.
Okay.
And you can really feel like the love in the room,
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
house.
So they're legit.
It's a legit love letter every single time.
That's pretty cool.
That's why I love what I do. I talk to people that really love and care
Yeah.
about their family.
So that, I mean, to take the time to go and have that foresight to prepare, because I mean, I'm sure we all heard it. You know, somebody dies, there's no will and testimony, and holy shit, now that united family becomes a freaking battleground. People, brothers and sisters going at it, and it's horrible.
And the worst thing, TJ, and I'm sorry to interrupt it, it's not even over the material stuff. The assets, it's the debt. They're like, well, no, you were closer to dad, so you take down his debt that he still has.
Yeah.
And I go, and no, the daughter's like, no, well, that's the worst. That some of those little that I've seen, that families go at it because they didn't have a will. It's not so much, who's gonna get the estate or who gets this, or no, it's not that. It's the debt that they're gonna. Someone or all of them are gonna have to inherit.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, that's crazy, though. But it's sad to be honest.
It is.
But
It is.
I'm sure. Have you seen anything like that or no?
No, I haven't seen the aftermath of that before.
I was about to say he prepares it, but I don't know.
Yeah, not before.
Has anybody ever come back to you and family members and thank you for setting stuff up?
Yes.
Or, I mean, I'm sure. I mean, because I'm sure people appreciate it when everything goes smooth. As it is, you're already going through the heartache or the stress of losing somebody, and if everything's ready,
Yeah.
awesome. If it's not ready, on top of the funeral and all that stuff, now you got to worry about this stuff. Which is, like I said, it's to me, it's
No bueno.
no,
No.
it's not a good deal.
Not at all.
But anyway, so what else can you tell us about your business, man? Talk to us. As Mas, do me favors. Talk to me about. Convince me about getting life insurance.
I guess I start with your life. Life is an acronym to me. It stands for loans, income, funeral, and educational or entrepreneurial.
I like that.
I like to talk to people and ask those questions like, well, do you have any loans? How much debt do you have in total? What is the income that you're making annually? What is the plans for funeral? And do you have any goals as far as like education or entrepreneurial? Do you have children that you want to leave some educational funds for, or something that you want to build for the children for education? So those are the things I really look at when I speak to anyone. I go over the acronym LIFE and how can I help them.
I like
with
it.
Uh-huh.
I like it. That's a very good way to hit all the important points right when you're speaking to somebody. Yeah, especially the funeral one. I don't even mention funeral on a personal note. So, for those of you who don't know, I'm a in case I know it's going to be very surprising. I get it. You ready?
You're a rich guy.
I'm an only child.
What?
Oh, thank God.
You know what? Again, fuck you very much. But anyway, so with that being said, when it's time for, although I think my dad's gonna burn me. My dad is 85 years old, and that guy is healthier than I am. So he might bury me, but in the event, in the expected event of me burying him, I already finished paying his prepaid funeral service. 17,000 of it. It took me 7 years, but I strongly suggest it to people and advise it.
My mom did it first.
Yeah. So next, I'm gonna do it so that my kids don't have to worry about when I go. I'm gonna start doing it for me, but
Your mom picks up your tab.
yeah, right.
Mhm.
Really, $1,000 for a funeral.
For a great
And they
guy.
come in and give you a flag, really? No, it's not gonna be trust me, I mean, I'll take the help. I'll take the help. But my point is that, be ready. I mean, be responsible and make sure that that transition is as easy as possible for your loved ones that stay behind. But yeah, I did it for my dad, and he didn't ask me. No, he knows. No, he knows, and actually, he got it. Let me tell you, and I don't know if Ben, you've been through this. It's weird to talk to a loved one about planning their services. He was really good about it. I didn't know how to approach it at first, so I got really drunk and high, and then got
The courage.
I got good.
Okay.
But no, he was. I mean, he's like
Just
he knew,
another excuse.
He knew, yes. He had
To get drunk and high.
and drink. But I got high. What was the stupid song?
I was gonna do it,
Yeah.
but I got.
I was gonna go to work, whatever. So anyway, but no, after we started talking, he decided on when he dies, the first day is gonna be the regular viewing, regular Catholic traditional stuff. Viewing, we'll have a mass in a casket that's gonna be rented, not so body in there goes to the church. Everybody goes and
He was a great
yeah,
guy.
says all these lies
Right.
about how great he was, whatever. Willy Wonka, whatever.
He walked on
and then,
water.
And then right after that, he's gonna get cremated. So
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, that's what I did with my dad.
Yeah.
Basically, I did.
But you cremated? That's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
My dad got cremated.
awesome. Yeah. So I got creamed in basketball when I was little. So
Apparently, you suck at drums too.
you know what?
Is that right? Come with the
Fuck
dreams.
you and your brother, both of you.
TJ, I wasn't there witness, but there are witnesses
Witnesses.
that TJ here, the most okayest drummer,
Okayest.
No, the world's okayest.
the world's okayest drummer, mastered how to play drums with Q-tips. So.
No, the thing is that that's easy to hit that. That's super easy.
Okay.
It is.
Alright.
Next time, and then your brother,
Yeah.
he had his awesome $3,000 snare.
Yeah, he does.
And when I get there, he changes it and gives me a fucking tambourine.
Dude, he's a smart guy. He gets rid of the snare, puts on your little helmet, go at it.
Yes.
I
So
know.
I'm hitting cymbals with my head and shit. But you know what? That's why I'm the world's most okayest drummer. So anyway,
And you're
so
planning.
can we go back to the guest?
Yes,
Yeah.
please. I'm sorry. We're being so rude.
He doesn't give a fuck. He's like, let's have to talk about
These
it.
goddamn old guys, man. What the hell? They have so much energy and spunk. I have no chance here doing selling a life insurance. You're gonna go on rocking for a while, man.
You know what? I just finished drawing. I always draw on our guests. So I just finished,
Yeah, you finished.
I just finished drawing. Never had one lesson.
Just tell them, yay, he looks so much like you. That's just a great cat. Great cat.
Again, with all due respect, fuck you.
Oh, you did say without
Yeah,
due
whatever.
respect.
Yes.
All right, so Ben, so talk to us, man. So let me ask you this real quick. So how long have you been doing this? You said since
4 years.
4 years. And do you see yourself continuing doing this, or
Do
you
you
want
want
to
to
do
sit the
something
luxury
else?
car?
Absolutely. Yeah, I love this. It's fun for me. I get to meet people, cool people, talk to them about.
You can tell just by the way you express and start telling us. I mean,
Yeah.
you see that.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you say, you enjoy what you do. You know, never work
It's
a
not,
day.
it's not a work. It's not a job. It's awesome.
Never work a day.
It's like this year, man. You've been here a little bit. You know, we see each other once a week. We're talking throughout the week,
Yeah.
planning out the next show. But when we get here, we're tired. I know, you've been driving. You've been working. I've been
Drinking.
sleeping. And drinking.
Sleeping.
So we're all tired. But when it comes down to be here, it's like an entertainer. You got to perform. You got to be at your best. And so it doesn't feel like work. This is not work for us. This is fun. This is a good
Yeah.
time. So, but as long as you always think that way, you'll be great. Man. You'll be great. Now, how does it work as far as you generating your personal income? Because I don't understand how it works. I know you're a broker. So is there a percentage? Is there a
Commission.
base pay, commission? How does it work?
It's commission the insurance companies pay me.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're basically recruiting clients for them, right?
Or
Coming through you and but you do all the legwork. You do all the
So
heavy
you set the
lifting.
formula. Insurance plus commissions equals luxury sports car. Just
You'll have that one bike, like Pee Wee Herman. No?
Eso está.
I know I can tell. Qué comiste, güey?
Gas station taquitos.
Hijo de su. Remember those days in Forensic coming back all day?
oh my god.
No, I don't remember.
Oh, yeah.
I was drunk.
Well, those hot dogs with the Circle K.
Oh yeah.
Those hot dogs that were there all week. And for some reason I always went for that one.
Yeah.
No, man, my stomach is still paying for it. No, man. And that's why I don't wear tidy whities. They're all black because it looks like a fucking skid
Because
mark
of the
from
skid
hell.
marks.
Yeah.
With the white tantaran.
Can we go back to our game, please?
Ahí.
Like I said, he doesn't give a shit. He's over there. So, all right. So
Spend that thing you gave him. To
Yeah, right earlier.
It's working.
it's fine. Ahorita
That NyQuil.
he's gonna pass out and go for his pocket.
You give him NyQuil when he gets here.
Tomorrow morning he'll be out in the parking lot. Anyway, so commission. Now, is there a time where people come up to you and you just cannot help them? I mean, what would be a way or a situation where you just either because they don't want to contribute what they need, or how does it work? Any issues that challenges for you at that level?
I think I can pretty much cover most people that are sick.
Okay.
I've dealt with a lot.
Oh, okay, that's a good question. So if I already have cancer and I want to go for, you can still. Wow, that's
I have 3
bad.
different covers.
Because I remember years ago, they wouldn't.
Yeah.
The minute they found out something was wrong, that was it.
Exactly.
I
So-
think that's more like health insurance, right? But
No,
Life
no.
insurance.
Life
Oh.
insurance, yeah, both.
Yeah.
The only thing is there's a 2-year wait.
Yeah.
So you must survive 2 years if you have cancer.
Oh,
shit, so they're still gonna-
Something serious.
Wow.
After
It's like the war clause.
Wow.
you have to survive 2 years to get the full payout.
You know, you can
If
buy
not-
civilian and while you're still like in the reserves and you get extra other than your SGLI. But if something happens, only SGLI will kick in.
Oh,
The civilians won't because you didn't know, but there was a war clause in there. That means if you die of war, they don't cover you.
wow.
Mhm.
See? Jesus. Anyway. Okay. So you gotta wait 2 years, right? With an existing condition.
I worked some time for
Pre-existing
USA, that's why I know.
There's a 2-year guarantee wait, which is people that are seriously sick, Parkinson's,
Yeah.
cancer,
Okay.
anything like that,
Right.
stroke, heart attack, survivors.
podcast host.
But then you have your typical type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure.
Premature
That
ejaculation.
depends. They could potentially get into
Small
coverage
penis.
depending on how many meds they take.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And large nipples.
There's a 2-year also waiting period for anyone that gets insurance. This is like a standard all over Texas. You have to
Outlive your policy for 2 years.
not lie on the application.
Oh, yeah.
Any type of mistakes or any errors on the application can be disputed the first 2 years.
Okay.
After that, like if there's a mistake or you lied on it, then you're good 2 years later.
You say
Oh, wow.
you're actually a male and you're something else.
Speaking of that, has there been a case, thank you, now that transgender?
Has that been an issue for
I
you?
haven't ran into
No,
that here.
no,
Not
No,
here.
not here?
Yeah,
Good.
So let me ask you this also, Ben. Is it the same approach? I know you mentioned your acronym, right, Lai? But do you approach every or not approach? I guess like close or finish the contracts. Do you work it the same way with all of them?
No.
Right. It's a different approach with every single. Okay, cool.
Everyone, I customize it to everybody.
Right, and that takes a lot of time, though, right? So.
No, I mean, so that's why I mean you gotta have a lot of patience, man, because I can imagine some people start the process and then disappear, and then here you are trying to finish the.
I almost feel for Ben. Like he's worse than a psychologist, man. Like
Yeah.
he takes all this emotion every time. I'm sure your fun meter just pegs out, right? Like it's just from all you're more emotionally drained from all you hear all this while you're. That's crazy, bro. I don't know. It's like being married every day to a different family. That's crazy.
The best thing is since I've done
That's
it
why
for a
he's
while,
single.
I'm able to know within the first 5 minutes if I'm doing business or not.
Yeah.
Just
Oh, right.
immediately. Like, just
Well,
talking.
you know what? It's almost like I hate to compare it, but it's like selling cars, man. Or selling anything. If you're a salesman,
Yeah.
you can tell right away if somebody is serious or not. If
Right.
somebody is really gonna follow through with the deal, right? I gotta ask, how long have you been Ben? Get it? Get it? 33 years. That was funny, dude. I don't give a
you
shit.
have to excuse
I don't give a
him.
shit who you are. That
His
shit
meds
was
are
funny.
wearing out. We'll
That shit
reduce
was
him.
funny.
We'll juice him again right now, and you'll be somebody
No,
totally
bullshit, dude.
different. You'll see.
That shit was funny.
It's falling asleep. Trae puro sueño.
Fucking solid.
Puro suero. Suero porque estamos
But no, but going back to it, just blows my mind that you approach that every time you're gonna go talk to a family or a candidate to be one of your customers. Like you talk to Miley over the phone, so you gotta remember all that. And then when you go in there, you have to have a game plan. So I'm gonna start with this person, this and this. And how many do you do it? How many? What's the most you've done a day? Like customers, visit customers.
At a single time, 4.
Yeah. 4. Damn.
What's the average time for processing at least the initial packet?
From start to finish.
It depends on me. It's usually 45 minutes. I
Okay.
can take up to an hour and a half if I talk to them and just hang out and offer different products within the house.
Okay.
And have you ever had an incident where it was just you're trying to just maybe can't get coverage for that person?
Yes. Yes.
What
that's
happens
also
then?
pushing.
Like, have you gone back to like, hey man, I just can't do it,
It's
or you can do this, but it's gonna cost you this much.
right. First, I'm gonna get you the lowest rate possible.
Absolutely.
The best that I can help my people
Yeah.
with, and
Yeah.
they're typically like value conscious, so I want
Right.
to make it most affordable.
Right.
If they can't fit into those most affordable products, they get declined twice. Then I'll go with a guaranteed product that'll cover them no matter what. That's expensive.
Wow.
I call it expensive, but they just guarantee cover.
Yeah, because nobody's really ready or wanting to out pocket for life insurance. You budget it yourself, and you have and your budget is so much, and now you got to cough up an extra. And it's like most people would say, or us guys, and for what? I don't need it right now. I'm not gonna die right now. And then sure enough, it's just life happens.
That's where I want to flip this conversation from mopey death. Let's talk about life.
Yeah.
How you can use life insurance for living purposes.
Yeah.
So there's
So yeah, talk about that. I like that.
So the insurance can be used to pay your house off early if you have a mortgage.
Yeah, I've heard about
depending
that.
on the type of insurance you've got. There's a term with cash back. So let's say you got a 30-year mortgage, 30 years of payments. You get a 30-year term that covers a $300,000 home, for example. If you pass away, the house is paid off.
Yeah.
If you get chronic, critical, or terminal illness where you're not able to get up, go to the bathroom, brush your teeth, fix your hair, get dressed, get ready, your morning routine, if you're not able to do any of that, the
Put your hand
insurance
down.
will pay you while you're alive to pay the house off.
I have. You know what? I just learned something. I never thought of it that way. So in my mind, you always think it's
Yeah.
a death
Yeah.
benefit. But no, you're right. I hadn't thought of that. Wow.
Would it work the same way? Like if let's say you own your property or your home, can you still do something like that?
Yes, if you still like,
Like
let's say
that, but just to get the money to pay off other stuff, or
Mhm.
just
Like,
want
it
to
goes to your
prove-
beneficiaries.
Yeah, got it.
it goes to your beneficiaries, and then they use it to pay the house or the property taxes or
Yeah.
anything like that.
Yeah.
Another way to pay the house off early would be with the term cash back. So let's say you have a 30-year mortgage, get a 25-year term with cash back. Every penny you put into the policy, you're going to get it back 25 years later, tax free. So you get that money back, put a lump sum into the home, and finish paying off the house.
Yeah, because that kind of is like reverse. What do they call it? Reverse mortgage. I seen Tom Selleck talk about it. He doesn't
That's
convince
a very
me.
handsome guy.
He doesn't convince me though.
You know what? You know why I can't trust him? Because he looks like he ate a fucking horse, and the tail stayed outside.
Oh, his mustache.
Yes.
There you go, guys.
That's why.
Another fine service rendered by TJ.
There you go.
Horrible. I'll be here all day. I'll be here. Try the veal.
If his drumming was any good,
You know what? You know what? I'm about to get that symbol.
and go Asian on the little heads.
So okay, anyway, coming back. So now I'm curious. Education. You mentioned education is the last letter of the acronym. So talk to me about that.
Children, newborns, or anywhere
Oh,
young,
yeah.
you get a life insurance policy on
The
them.
Gerber thing.
Yeah, they earn interest with every payment.
Yeah.
So there's products that
Nice.
guarantee 2% that have market index gains. What that means is
Why are you
It
talking to
never
me like
goes
I'm
negative.
smart? He's using big
Yeah,
words.
you
Just-
think-
He's that Alex Sanders
No,
fucking
No, it's 'cause
education.
you told me you graduated from Nixon. So
Oh, okay.
Talking to your child at your level.
it's because the name of the insurance is Index Universal Life (IUL).
Okay.
Basically, index is just a word meaning like tied to the market. Your
Yeah.
money doesn't go directly to the market. Your money goes to the insurance company. They put it in the market. whatever they get in returns with their option calls or puts, which is like anywhere between 100 to 1,000% of the money they use with loans against the stock, they earn and they give you some dividends.
The trend.
Yeah.
All I heard he said puts.
The trend is your
I
friend.
heard puts.
Calls and
We're
puts.
talking about marketing now.
Oh, okay. Puts. There is been puts. Anyway, so, dude, I mean, I'm glad that you understand that. You're giving me a headache. but obviously it sounds like, yeah, you know what you're talking about. And the thing is, the hard part is explaining it, right?
Yes.
To bring it to our level, because
To our
Yes.
latent.
yeah, our layman's terms, because
Latent.
so on that angle, I guess you got to be good at both languages, right, to explain this stuff to people, because especially, what percentage of your clientele would you say is over say 50?
More than half.
Really? More than half. I would say less percent. The younger, it's harder to get them to convince them to, right? Because they're not thinking that way, right? Until they start getting closer
I
to.
don't know, because like my son's generation, he's 20. Like those kids are like, they're always at the house, they're asking me, well, get us started on the penny market. Kids are like, they're always talking about investing. I don't know if it's just this little group of friends, but he says, no, like at school, like the other kids, they're all about that. They're also all about history. Like they're all about the Constitution and all. It's just a whole different generation. It's weird, TJ.
I was at that age. I was about Playboy.
I think all of us were. We weren't thinking
I mean,
about 401s or.
What's that?
Yeah, I mean, I used to do the penny market because thank you to my economics teacher, Mr. Kicken. He taught me about the laws of
Bless you.
elasticity, supply and demand, and he taught me how to play the penny market, which later on catapulted into the regular market. But whatever. But yeah, at 20, we were thinking about, I want to go to combat. We're going to do this. We're going to do that.
Oh, yeah.
It's just, but now I see this different generation, and I saw it like when he was in his 13s, 14. His friends would come around, and they were all reading, like they had the little Constitution, little note, like little cliff notes, and they would challenge each other. They're doing the chess, it was like, what's going on? So I tell my son that I think his generation is the best generation to come around since World War II. We failed, the millennials, we failed, my generation, the Gen Xers, we failed, so we have that. But his generation is very, very different. They think so different, they're penny misers, it's like, they don't, splurge their money, and they're always thinking, $5, I want to turn it into 10. I want to do this, and I don't know, they got this little look in their eyes, like, they're like, where's the astrophysics, that kind of deal. They front load everything in their lives. They're front loading everything, which is cool. But
I'm gonna disagree with you a little bit that we failed. We failed in that aspect. 'Cause you're right. We were not thinking that way. We were idealistic. We were willing to put our life on the line for the flag,
yeah,
and that's okay. Because let me tell you one thing.
yeah.
If you flip it around, this generation fails us.
Yeah,
At that level.
and at the same time, they wouldn't be around if our generation would have
Right.
done
So-
what we do.
So let me tell you real quick. I am very worried about this next war. I mean, are we gonna have enough fighters?
Yeah,
I mean,
recruitment's about 70% up.
right now, but once
But they still have to go.
once
through
they hear
training,
that you might have to go to combat, I guarantee you a lot of those are not gonna sign up.
and that always happens.
Yep. So.
They'll call us back in. So,
The geriatric brigade. Yeah. I gotta sleep 6 hours before I go fight.
but anyway, so
But anyway, so so again, look, I commend you for what you're doing because it's not first the patience, right?
yeah.
And obviously you are an emotional guy, and not that you're not in control of it, but you have to be because you have to be very empathetic.
Empathetic.
Your listening skills have to be on point, patient, very patient, and very, I guess, stubborn. Not taking no for an answer. Because you're doing it in their best interest.
And know when to bend your hands and say, you know what?
And
Yeah, you're right, sir. You're right, man.
Yeah, I'm sure there's sometimes we're like, you know what, dude, I tried. We're done. I gotta move on, right? Because I gotta pay the bills.
But run into somebody.
but like I said, I commend you and thank you for coming by because people need to know. Like I said, our culture is not good at this. It's not good at appreciating the services that you guys are offering. Unfortunately, we're not. Maybe the new generation that you're talking about, we might be a little more open to it. That might be something that you might want to look at. Go after those recently graduates. You know, that graduated. Maybe that'll boost up your younger numbers. But I don't know. So what's next for Ben? Man? The next 5 years, what are you looking at? Where do you want to be?
I want to be teaching this to everybody I know. Financial literacy is what I enjoy doing. Like the Rockefellers. Have you ever heard of the Rockefeller family?
Yeah.
How they rose to wealth with life
You're the one that got
insurance
left in
and,
Africa.
With life
The
insurance.
rainforest.
They use life insurance,
Yeah, I didn't know that.
wills, and trusts
Yep.
to be able to create a family bank.
Yep.
So in essence, all of us have property that we own in our name. Like let's say we buy houses or cars, we sign with our social security number. So it's under our social security. When we die, our social security, everything under our social security goes to probate, which would be your cars, your home, your boats, your yachts, jets, anything that you own. Will go through probate court, and that's where the family fights for who gets what. If you don't have a will,
Unless
or
it's a
trust.
will trust. Okay.
Now, the Rockefellers, what they did is they got wills and trusts, and they moved all assets out of their name into the trust.
Yep.
So these assets pass seamlessly to the family. Another thing they did is they put life insurance on every single family member, and if you need money from the trust fund, you would have to go sign a life insurance policy that the trust fund
That is
pays
correct.
for, that they get 3 times the amount
I-
of whatever the loan is.
I
Say
take advantage of
if I need $1 million loan from my Rockefeller Trust Fund, I'll go to the trust fund and I'll take 5 times the amount. I'll take $5 million in life insurance in case I die for that $1 million loan. So every time the people in the family die, it replenishes that trust fund and it continuously grows. It's the trust fund or the family bank.
I didn't
That's
know
why,
that.
no, that's why none of my property, I'm going to say that out.
Yeah.
Are not under my name. That's what I mean.
Yeah. I moved everything out of my name.
Nice.
Nice.
That's very interesting. I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
No, hombre, aquí la nah, hombre. Nadie se va a quedar con la estatua de la Virgen. Nadie. Really? Anyway.
Where can we find you, man? Where can the rest of the folks find you?
Usually on Facebook. Yeah, usually
Under-
on Facebook.
Under Alexander
Lopez. Jose Lopez. Yeah. Jose Lopez.
Ben
Jose
Finances.
Ben Lopez. Ben Jose
Jose
Lopez.
Ben Lopez, right?
Jose Ben Lopez.
JBL.
Again, thank you, man, for stopping by, taking some time. I mean, you're welcome to come back. We are going to have.
I was gonna say maybe we could have him come on. Would you want to do like a little forum, 30-minute class, like on the dry erase?
that'd
Just
be cool.
explain, like break it down real quick, and boom.
That's not a bad
We
idea.
can get you on and sometime later down the line.
Just whatever you want to talk about, whatever is popular.
I'll
out
save
there.
the best for last. That's how to use your bills to earn interest and pay yourself first.
There you go.
How to use life
Yeah,
insurance
there's a
to
lot of
pay
people
yourself
that don't do
first
that.
and
Yeah,
earn
absolutely.
interest
Yeah, I do
and
it.
be retire in 20 to 30 years.
Yep. That's what I did.
Yeah, let's talk, man, because
I had my home in 12 years.
I suck at
I own in 12
finance.
years.
Nice.
I'm old school, man. If I get $10, I'm gonna spend them right now. I suck at it. I'm
I'm gonna start with you slowly. I'm gonna practice the 3-jar method.
Jar Jar.
No,
Jar
3
Jar?
jars. I'll explain that to you later.
No.
It's similar to that, where
Yeah.
you basically you get your paycheck instead of putting it directly to the bank. Get the paycheck, park it in life insurance for 30 days.
Yep.
Take a loan against your death benefit from the life insurance, and then put it back into your bank and spend it on your bills. You
And now
park
you
your
have-
money in
Now
the,
you just
in the-
gremlined it.
Yeah.
Wow.
The reason why you park it in the insurance, you earn interest on the money.
Right.
So you get your money, park it in there 30 days, earn interest, take it out, pay your bills.
So as a little hustlers that all of us are here, I know how to do it. Teach this guy.
I've never.
I haven't heard of that.
He will love that. Trust
Yeah,
me.
there's also guaranteed lifetime income contract with
Yeah.
annuities. You know how to
I mean, now Ben's just fucking showing off.
Yeah.
Oh, and did you know about this?
Nobody likes an
You pay yourself
overachievement.
for life.
She, wow.
Nobody likes an overachievement.
Nobody likes to. I know in Alexander they have a bunch of them. Whatever. Whatever.
But no, honestly, I would like if you would like,
Yeah.
maybe do one podcast. We'll announce it over several weeks on, in September, blah, or you're gonna do the whole thing and you'll do on the dry erase.
Come on.
That's from Picture Pages from Captain Kennedy.
Pick the page. Yes, actually, yeah.
Mine's Mexican, so it's. But anyway, I think that'd be an awesome thing you could do for our viewers,
Absolutely.
and they'll be able to call in and chime in on questions. And I mean, if you're up for it, we're up for it.
Yeah, I love doing that. I love teaching.
Excellent.
That would be
It's fun
awesome,
for me.
dude. That's a damn good
Yeah,
idea.
for the small amount of $5,000.
Yep. For sponsorship.
Oh, but he's our sponsor, so he can pay. It's
I mean,
bad.
You owe it to the country because they did write a song for you. When I hear you calling.
No, that's Kiss. Or I thought you were going to say like, Jose, can
No, that's
you-"
hers.
No.
That's her song. But
His
anyway,
initials are JBL.
are they really?
Oh.
What is it, Jose?
Ben
Ben
Lopez.
Lopez.
JBL.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
That guy, shut up.
Now he's going to get his JBL speakers.
I just bought the headphones.
Oh, really?
I just bought it. They should be coming in
With your
today.
initials?
Yeah.
Then
Should be
nobody
coming
likes the
today or
show.
tomorrow.
Then nobody likes the
Congratulations,
show.
they're a great piece, man. I like it.
I had a JBL sub in my Corvette.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's a-
no.
Ah,
What did I tell you about the sports
yeah.
car? Huh? What did I tell you about the sports
Thank you for coming, Ben. Have a nice day.
We knew it. We knew it. All right, man. Thank you so much. Don't go anywhere.
No. But honestly, man, people will say, yeah, come on, that guy. But you know what? But he worked.
Oh, yeah. Nobody gave him anything.
So don't ever. Who cares what they say, man?
You didn't steal it. I mean,
Learn,
seriously.
do what I say.
The
Learn.
car was a steal. It was $2,000.
Oh wow.
$2,000. I jumped on that quick. 2000. What's a 1990 classic?
Nice.
Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
with the
Even
body
better.
kit.
With the
With the
pickup
body
lines?
kit.
Even
Body
better,
kit's worth
bro.
900 minimum.
Wow.
And then brakes.
That's
Like I
nice.
bought the car for $1,000 almost.
But you don't never ever worry about people will say about you.
Not better.
Learn to hate yourself, so you never have to conform to what other people
Exactly.
think of you.
Yeah, learn to eat it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do that every day, bro.
And I help him out with that too.
Hey,
Because
he
we're
does tell
gonna-
me he hates me all the time.
All the time.
And it's usually followed by a sape or a kick in the butt. Right?
Yep.
I prefer used cars, man. I don't like the
Yeah,
debt.
yeah.
Used cars, we paid. don't
They're the
worry about it.
best.
Yeah.
And you and I will talk. I have some hot rods also. Yeah, I feel the same way.
I have a bike with no seat on it.
Nobody's asking.
It's a long story. It's a long story.
Oh, you imagined it. Oh,
Yeah, he did.
Mind scroll. Mind
Hey,
scroll.
all you hear when I'm riding is like, hey, me cago. Hey, la popo, la popo. Long story. For those white people out there, it's, I'm gonna shit myself because I didn't know. It doesn't sound the same to me.
No, it doesn't.
No, right?
You just it gets lost in translation.
Yeah, it does. Then we're gonna go take a picture. I think you sign the board that everybody signs. Thank you for
Nice.
showing up. I really appreciate it. We're gonna take a short break and we'll get the
We'll
next
be right
guys ready
back.
to go and we'll be right back.
Regresamos en unos minutitos. What did I say?
Huh?
I think that's burrito in Spanish.
That's it. Viejito, déjame algo.
I'm going upstairs. I forgot my pen.
Ay, cosas.
want you to, because when we die, everybody's nice. Everybody says that.
Everybody, you were
oh,
the greatest
TJ was
and
the
walked
best.
on
and-
water.
Yeah, bullshit.
Got into infinity
we
twice, seconds.
Now we want to tell you now. We want to celebrate what you do now. And this is talent. You know, we're talking. We've had Ruben Vargas here. We've had a lot of artists with that write songs, that play songs, and it's natural stuff. Yeah, sometimes you go to school just to refine or fine tune your skills, but nobody can teach someone to be able to play and understand music in different
Nobody
instruments.
can teach heart.
Yeah, that's true.
That is not.
So it's a gift from above. If you believe in that, and I hope you do, that you need to be celebrated. You know, and it's not about don't misunderstand when we say we celebrate that we're kissing anybody. That we're not. That we're just trying to put you on the spotlight, and because like you said earlier, people are always saying nothing ever happens in Laredo. Laredo's boring. Bullshit. It's not boring. You just gotta look. You just gotta look in the right places, and you'll find stuff. So again, I want to thank her for showing up. I want to me, it's an honor to be able to speak to a female that, and hopefully you can motivate other girls to get into it. You know, because that's the whole movement right now to motivate people to do their best. You know, we have a lot of talent in Reno, and we have a lot of talent, but for whatever reason, they don't have the opportunity, they don't have the drive, they don't have the support.
You know what I've kind of, this last couple of years, like with COVID and pre-COVID, then COVID, and then us bouncing back from COVID, especially in Laredo, I kind of feel like Laredo wants you to create the door for them. For whatever it is you're trying to do. Like if you don't have, like I say like me with the vintage collecting, all that stuff. If I don't see a store, I'm not going to do it. If I don't see a place where you can do it, I'm not gonna. No, man, I'm still gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? And I feel that, like you walk around downtown, dude, and why doesn't it come back? You have a beautiful structure like the Plaza Theater.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
It's beautiful on the outside, and it's great on the inside.
It used to be really good on the inside.
It might need some work, but why don't we get that back?
Why? Because we have a lot of people in important positions arguing and fighting.
That suck.
And yeah.
They're not doing their job. They're taking care of themselves or whatever. But we're not going to talk
No,
about
we're
that.
not
Like
gonna
we've
do
always
that.
said from the beginning, we're not going to. We already identified the problem. Now let's work on a solution. And we're not going to blame or point the finger. If they can sleep at night with what the wrong that they're doing, that's up to them. But what I'm saying, and I think that's what going back to what you're saying is that they say Laredo is boring and all this stuff, and I think that's fine, man. But we have talent right here in front of us, and as we always do, like with all the other guests that we've had. So why does it take like 3 combat veterans to bring this forward to Laredo?
I don't know.
Why hasn't anybody else done this? Why hasn't it? And here we are wasting talent. And it's like you said, we want to thank them and honor them while they're here. To, hey, thanks for doing like like Mr. Ruben. He's been here several times. Ruben Vargas, the guy said,
Yeah.
genius. He should be used more.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah.
and
So,
now everybody else that comes here, they should be utilized more. Now we have Ben. I know he's young and everything, but he should be used more.
Yeah.
And you start doing stuff like that, and Laredo stops being boring. You start, but no, they want all the flashy little businesses, which they'll support the first month, and they'll do 3 blocks of line to get into it, and then 3 months later, down, boom, they're left to fail.
Yep.
Only a few survive. Only a few survive.
Speaking of that, Bojo, about new businesses, y'all heard about Bubba 33?
Oh yeah.
It's coming to Laredo.
Yeah. They're gonna, where the old Hooters was.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
I
let's
think
see
that
how
place is jinxed.
let's see how long it's going to last, because I thought Hooters was going to last here for a while, and it didn't.
Hooters eventually sagged. I get it.
Man, you're on a roll
Man,
tonight.
I don't know.
You're on a roll tonight.
Carmen, I'm sorry, but
Tell her.
No, we
she's like, oh shit, you want to go there?
No, we apologize.
Yeah, and we're gonna apologize before we get there. So, without further ado, Ms. Carmen Esparza, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for taking the time to get here. Please introduce yourself. Let us know. Let Lorena know who you are.
Well, my name is Carmen Esparza, and first of all, I want to thank you all for having me here, right? And also want to thank God for giving me that,
Amen.
gifting me with that talent that I have. I want to thank my family for all the support. My son Fernando, he's also a musician and drummer. And I also want to thank all my musician friends in Laredo, because I started here. And I also want to thank my musician friends in San Antonio and surrounding cities, because right now I'm playing with 5 bands, because 2 just invited me, so I'm going to be playing with 5 bands. And I also play with Humberto Beto Ramones, Laredo's legendary songwriter.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, totally.
We need to get better in here.
Oh, yeah. I already-
Hopefully. So,
Yeah, we
I know.
already-
And your job. It's your job.
Yeah.
Come on.
I'll get him.
Hurry up.
We'll get him.
All right. So, Carmen, how long? Talk to me about the first time that Carmen knew what she was going to do. What instrument was it? Where were you?
Well, this started when I was a little girl. I was 1 year old, and we had Bernardo sus compadres. They were neighbors.
Oh,
And
Neighbors.
and I was in the crib, right? And they would practice. And my dad told me, when you were a little girl, Carmen, he said, Bernardo would practice and you would dance in the crib. Really? So por eso conoce la música. Y mis papás me decían al principio, like, I'm a girl, right? No, que eres mujer y que estás con los hombres. Pues es que hay puros hombres en la música, pues me gusta. From there, I waited, me sentaba in front of the TV. I would sit down and listen to this radio station with all the beautiful music, like from the Bee Gees or easy listening music. And I would say, I like the way the flute sounds. I like the way the guitar sounds. Híjole. And we would take a nap with my parents. Y yo sola ahí en la sala, bajándole, que no me oigan, ¿verdad? Porque si no apaga la televisión, vete a acostar. No, yo me sentaba ahí, estaba oyendo. I wish I could play an instrument. So I couldn't wait to get to the 6th grade to get an instrument. And the instrument that they gave me was a clarinet. I didn't like the clarinet, pero bueno, eso es el que me dieron ahí en la escuela. So I started practicing and everything, but then I saw my friend playing the saxophone, and then the other one playing the guitar, and I want to play the guitar. So I joined the mariachi in middle school, and nobody knew how to play the guitar, so nomás we were there like, hey, ¿cómo le haces tú acá? Okay, así, okay, tal, así, okay, do this, do whatever. Y así fue como aprendí la guitarra. Just by ear. I played several instruments, but I played them by ear.
Okay, so give me a list real quick of. I know it's bass for sure.
Yeah, bass. I also play guitar.
Okay.
I play saxophone.
Sax.
Keyboards.
Keyboard.
A little bit of accordion y drums también. Me pusieron a tocar drums.
You know, there's a drum set back there. Ahorita, I want you to do a solo.
Well,
Let her do it, not you do it solo.
so
I just had dinner though.
Hold on, Carmen. I'm sorry. Fuck you. I already told you.
Man, don't let him say that, bro. Oh, we told you.
Okay, I'm sorry. So.
When I turned 15, I started working at HEB. I was 15 years old, and I bought my parents couldn't buy me instruments because we were 6. So when I started working at HEB, I bought my first guitar, my first bass, my first drum
That's the
set,
first thing you invested in.
and my first keyboard. Y me decían en mi casa, oye, pues estás comprando, sí, porque me gustan, and I would practice ahí en la casa. Then one day, when I was growing up, I would just play for me only, and then I would play at church too. But then I started working at a cash center here in Laredo, and I would take my guitar porque it would get boring because when it was not busy, it was so lonely. Let me take my guitar so I can practice. Okay, nadie me está viendo, volteaba yo, no hay nadie aquí, so I would play. Y una vez entró un señor y me dice, tocas guitarra. Pues nomás para mí, sir. No, pues es que yo ando buscando a alguien que toque la guitarra porque mi band y quién sabe qué. Le dije, no, pues es que yo nomás toco para mí. Sí, que anímate, mira que ahí te enseñamos. Le dije, bueno, está bueno. Ya me dio letters and everything. And then when I was driving on my way, dije, ¿qué estoy haciendo? Pues, ¿por qué? ¿Por qué estoy yendo? Yo lo toco con bandas, y digo yo, bueno, mi papá me enseñó que tengo que tener palabra, so ya, voy, ¿para qué dije que iba?
Yes.
So I went, and when I got there, but I was going to play guitar. When I got there was this guy que se llamaba Francisco Cacho Zamora. He passed away already. And, y le digo, no, pues mira el guitarra, he plays very good, no, ¿qué hago yo aquí? No, pero tocas bass también, pues, está bueno, bring your bass, ahí voy con el bass. No, mira el bassista, llegó el bass, no, cállate. Entonces me dice, pues, ¿qué más tocas? ¿Tienes un piano? Le digo, pues, sí tengo un piano, pero está chiquito así, como es de tamañito. Pero es de Kmart y nomás me suena una canción que se llama, de Al Chavarría, que se llama Base de tu amor. Y la toco nomás con un dedo, que, vente, tráetela, quién sabe qué. El señor era muy así, animado. So when I got there, ok guys, pues tomando esta canción, pues comencé a tocar bastante amor, ding, 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 y ellos me estaban acompañando. That's it guys. No Carmen, me dice the guitar. Mira, I don't know how to play keyboards, but this is what you're gonna do. We're gonna look for chords, mira. Listen to this chord on the guitar. Ding, 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 ding. Look for that on the keyboard, and I have a very good ear, okay. Ding, 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 ding. Okay, that's a chord, Carmen. Now with the other hand, you're gonna play the melody. Bueno, pues ya podía tocar la melodía con esto. So, en 6 meses, pues, I was playing with them. We have a gig, Carmen, and you're good. So I was so nervous, and I played, and then after a year, we're gonna dismiss the drummer. Ay, ¿por qué? He was the one who got me in here. No sean así con él. No, Carmen, ¿por qué crees que le dicen el chile? Le dicen el chile. Yo, ¿por qué le dicen el chile? Porque toca el puro chile. Híjole, I'm gonna feel so bad, don't do that. Y, pues no, we're gonna tell him. Después otro día, I'm sorry, pero it wasn't, no, I know it's them, que se creen mucho que se acaban, I'm sorry. Pero total de que, from there, the band was called Nobleza Band, and it lasted 4 years. Later, después, pues, los músicos a veces cumplen, a veces no, te cansas. From there, pues ya muchos sabían que estaba tocando yo, que sabía tocar varios instrumentos, because I would play all the instruments, ¿verdad? Nos cambiábamos de instrumento. So they started hiring me, y so I was doing puro freelance. Y después, when I was going to school, colegio, ¿verdad? I would do it like to make ends meet. Y ahora, okay, ya no tengo que tocar esta clase de música, ahora voy a tocar lo que me gusta.
Well, you want to play, yeah.
Yeah, I love all genres, ¿verdad? Conjunto, pero my heart is with Tejano music. So I started playing with some Tejano bands, que después de COVID ya no hubo con quien tocar. But before that, I wanted to make a band de puras girls.
That would be awesome.
Pero nadie quería, porque hay muchos que cantan, yes, pero no ha habido... They don't play. Y ahorita dijimos, ¿quién más haría eso? Y sí, hay muchas cantantes, muchachas buenas, some of them are my friends.
You need a drummer.
But he has to be a girl.
Well,
You need a drummer.
it depends. Is it a weekend?
That's what I'm saying. You don't know her or know him.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So,
Pues,
to find, I think we talked about this on the phone, and I think I told you, for a while I had an all-female mariachi, but it didn't last that long, and it's very difficult to get females that have the ability and the time,
yeah.
Because of commitments, and then our culture. You're a woman, if you're a wife, you're at home, you're a mother, nobody, to find a support system to give you that time. So how did you get that? How do you still have that now? I know you're a mother.
Yes, I'm a mother. Now
Sure,
I'm a
divorced.
mother.
And
Pero
a
ya mi
grandmother.
hijo ya tiene 29, pero I
But coming up,
Yes.
how did you do it?
Okay, well, I would when I had my son, pues like I thought I was doing it to make ends meet, so my mom me ayudaba. Oye, mom, I'm gonna have a gig, me cuidaba al niño y te voy a pagar, mom, whatever I earn, I'm gonna give you half of that, because I did it for love of music. Entonces, pues yo le pagaba a mi mamá, ¿verdad? Y ella me decía, no, sí, yo te dije que yo te voy a dar. And Fernando, he was very supportive too, my bebito, pues lo tenía conmigo. When I would practice my keyboards, le tenía, mira, here, get the keyboards. O I was playing the saxophone, okay, aquí está un pitito de mentira, so he would practice with me. Y ahorita, I was telling my son, like about a month ago, I told my son, híjole, dijo, ya me quiero retirar, so that means que cuando ya me retire, me voy a tener que retirar de la música. Y me dice, no, mam, no te vas a retirar. Digo, pues, ¿por qué? Dice, porque cuando te retiras, you're supposed to be doing fun stuff, and that's fun.
That is a fun stuff.
All right, so le estás apoyando, so mi hijo me apoya. And today, pues, I'm going and playing out of town, because, pues, aquí en Laredo, I don't know what happened to Tejano, no...
There's no support.
And as a woman, let me tell you, because I had a girl, I have a friend, quiero que me des clases de piano, Carmen. Le digo, bueno, te voy a meter a mi casa, le dije, te voy a enseñar lo que yo sé, right? Te voy a hacer una, con chords y toda la cosa, te voy a enseñar, te voy a apuntar. So, me dice, Carmen, ¿cómo le hiciste tú? Porque yo estoy batallando mucho para hacer una banda. Do you play an instrument? Dice, no, nomás canto, ok. y me haces burla y quién sabe qué. Bueno, mira, ¿cómo le hiciste tú? Bueno, I guess I'm kind of lucky because I started. Somebody me vio tocando una guitarra, me metió con esta banda y ahí me enseñaron cómo hacer los chords. And from there, everybody saw me y ahora pues toco con todos. I guess I got lucky, pero se me hace que si yo no hubiera tocado un instrumento, maybe no estuviera tocando. Y es más duro para la mujer, right? Because sometimes, because I've seen it, and with my friends, muchas veces no creen en ellas. Y cuando yo estuve haciendo jam sessions y ella me dijo, Carmen, yo quiero cantar en uno de tus jam sessions, está bueno, le dije, mira, acabo de hacer, I play with Sandy Sanchez in 101, but acabo de hacer una banda. And I told the guys, we're going to do a band que se llama Carmen Esparza and Friends, because I'm going to play the keyboards there y voy a acompañar a varios cantantes que quieren, o sea, yo les di chance a todos. Y viene la muchacha esa, aquí me hacen burla. Y entonces tenía un drummer que no voy a mencionar. Y es que el drummer sí que está ahí, dijo, el drummer era otro, el drummer sí que está ahí, siempre me hace burla y no creí, sí te hace burla. Dije, pues sabes que ese drummer, le dije, va a tocar en el jam session con nosotros y él es uno de los que nos va a acompañar. Le dije, y sabes que aquí en mi casa nadie te va a hacer burla, tú vas a venir a cantar y vas a dar todo lo que tienes. Y entonces llegó la muchacha y tal, no te pongas nerviosa porque aquí nadie te va a faltar el respeto. No, porque si es que me falta el respeto, así pasa, así va a pasar, así va a pasar. Dice, y con perdón suyo, dice, mira, yo me voy a meter aquí y luego tú te sales, yo entro por acá. Y comienzan así como que metes y sacas como que doble sentido. Y le dije, that's the way they are, pero no te sacas caso. Total de que cuando fue ahí la muchacha, le dije, ándale, estábamos afuera de mi casa, tú métete y vas a cantar, just give it all. And she did. Y le dije, ¿ves? Como si tienes buena voz. ¿Cómo crees que se debe haber quedado el que está dentro ahorita? Que no va a mencionar nombres, ¿verdad? Pero, les hacen burla a veces y le dije, todo lo que tienes que hacer, maybe te desafinas un poquito, pero nomás canta del estómago para arriba, o sea, de adentro, sopla más fuerte cuando que salga el aire y así es como te vas a afinar.
Yep. No, and you know what? I'm glad. Thank you for that beautiful story because sometimes people, that's all I need, someone to believe in them and push them and give them the opportunity. Tornado Gamboa, thank you for trying. Dice Tornado que saludos.
Y es muy buen amigo, Tornado.
Tornado's awesome.
Yes.
That's all. Pobrecito, he cannot write too many rights because he's got to be that tall. Pero that guy is.
He's good with computers también, ¿no?
Yeah, I guess. Hello.
No, saludos por Tornado. Yo y Tornado tocamos juntos cuando vivía Joe Castillo, el grupo Sassy Sass. Y nomás que Tornado estaba chiquitito. Bueno, aparte pero tenía 15 años cuando iba y tocaba con Joe Castillo y yo lo miraba chiquitito y se aventaba, de 2 horas se avienta más. Saludos.
He's a good guy. He's been here before. We have a lot of communication with him. He does what I like. He has some good ideas. I'll talk to you guys about it later. But he's a big supporter of the military community, so we appreciate that. He never got the opportunity. He wasn't in RTC. He was telling me that when he was in high school.
Interesting fact.
But he never got a chance to go, and that's okay. Now he's bringing a lot of joy to people and through his music, and just like you are, and that's awesome. So.
Sounds to me like we're gonna have to have a little jam session.
We should have a jam session here.
I know we should. You know what, Carmen? Ahora ya lo dijiste.
Okay, if you want, I can help you out with that. Acá ya tiene los instruments.
We already have it here. We have everything here.
Plug and play.
No, it's unhoused, not lumberjack, unhoused.
That's right, Tornado. It's not lumberjack. It's unhoused.
Not homeless.
Get politically correct.
Unhoused.
Lorax. Mira, quiere llevar.
No, ya se está llevando.
So, all right, Carmen. So I know you have something there that looks very shiny. What do you have there
yes,
for?
Yes, it's Tejano Roots Hall of Fame. I got it. I was inducted in 2022.
Our first Tejano.
As a bass player, because they told me you choose. Well, you choose whatever you want, because they know they play bass.
Yeah, different.
Yeah,
instruments.
So but here I got a bass for bass player, and then on Sunday I'm gonna get inducted in.
Oops.
Ay, be careful, que no se me
careful.
Tanto que me costó, no, para mí no me costó because
me lo robé.
Es algo que, bueno, no me costó because, o sea, me gusta mucho la música, que como cuando hago jams, nunca he batallado para hacer jams because I know everybody loves to play. Y me dicen, ay Carmen, haces mucho trabajo. Le dije, no hombre, y hasta me hablan y vienen al jam. So on Sunday, I'm going to get inducted to the Tejano Legends Houston's official.
Right.
And some of the artists that are going to be there, it's going to be Linda Escobar
Mm-hmm.
and Joe Lara in Expresión with his brother Jesse Lara. Also, Angel Jimenez Jr., Ociel Garza, and of course myself are going to be getting inducted this.
Congratulations.
Yes, thank
Congrats.
you. And there's going to be people performing, of course, Joe Lara, because they tell you, hey, can you perform?
Oh,
Ahorita
okay.
les digo la historia. Pues Expresión and Joe Lara is going to play. Ociel Garza, Linda Escobar with her band. Gonzalo Perez and Mezcal, Conjunto to the Max, and Sandy Sanchez and a 101. And how did I get to perform? Well, Mike Ramirez calls me and he told me, okay, Carmen, do you think you can perform? Well, I was planning just to go by myself, just come and go. Well, can you get us the Sandy Sanchez and the band? Just because we like the way he plays the chord. Sure, let me call him. Hey, Sandy, I'm gonna get inducted and they want you to play with the band. Do you want to do it? Yes, okay. So let me call the guys. So he called the guys, and everybody said yes, and so they're all going. And the guys, we recorded a CD together with Sandy Sanchez, John Pacheco. He's a legendary guitarist from San Antonio. He's played with Joe Posada, Gary Hobbs, David Mares, who the top notch. And then of course myself, and then my son. He plays drums, but he's not gonna be able to go. But we have another friend. His name is Paul.
Yes, Carmen, I'll go with you.
Paul.
I will
I
play
have a
with you.
drum.
What you're trying to get at is
Paul Avila from San Antonio, and they're very very great musicians. And not only that I mean, you're always learning something new. So I'm learning a lot more
I'm
stuff.
glad you said that because
You always learn.
the minute you think that you got it all,
No,
then that's when you're screwing up.
no, there's.
You have to
Yeah.
always be humble. Like you right now, I don't know you, but just talking to you, you can tell you're a humble woman.
Yes, I am.
Even with your accolades and what you've done and how people have recognized you, and I'm glad that they're continuing to recognize you.
because of her humbleness.
Yeah, because guys,
And
man,
talent,
you know,
of
no
course.
guys pinche because
Guys,
honestly,
guys, Sura.
like, cállate los.
Guys, Sura.
But no, I mean, keep it up, Carmen. I mean, so like I said, what I wanted to do was showcase you. Yeah, these are great things, and they go on your wall. We call it in psychology, we call it the wall of insecurity.
Yeah.
Right? When you feel bad, you look, oh yeah, I'm worth it, right?
Her
Whatever.
accolades.
You don't need that. What you need, what we need when we want to validate ourselves is just to be respected. One, treated fairly, equally, and then be appreciated, right?
Yes.
Well, if you have that in your life and you surround yourself with the right people, you're rich. You're
Home
rich.
cooked
You really
meals.
are.
Oh.
Oh yeah, the home cooked meal. But anyway, so again, congratulations on this, and I'm sure and I hope that people continue to take the time to recognize you for what you've done, for the God-given talent that you have that not everybody has. So going back to, we have 1,000 Selena wannabes. 1,000.
1001.
1,001. Yeah, shut up. Selena didn't play girls.
Oh.
Not me.
No, I'm not talking about. I'm talking about. There's a lot of girls out there, women that can sing,
Yes.
but they cannot. I know you sing too, but they won't. They cannot play or they don't want to play because. So let me give you an example. So we have a band, Classic Cats, and we're all a bunch of old farts.
Oh.
We're playing 80s, 90s,
We're
whatever.
gonna call it a.
Well, that's great.
Look at what's there.
I'm reading something.
So you can't read. You went to Nixon.
Oh, it's upside down.
So, you didn't go to Alexander like freaking Ben Hur over there. So my point is that so that's what makes you stand out of the crowd, right? The mere fact that you can do both. So in the band we have a young lady that's helping us out. She plays guitar and she sings. So the band is called the Classic Cats. It's not called her name and the Classic
They're
Cats.
called Jerk Talk Kids.
I'm gonna hit this guy. Only because Carmen's here.
Yeah, I know.
That's so.
Be nice.
But anyway, so that's why I wanted to make sure Laredo knew who you were, because
Absolutely.
you're doing a lot of stuff that a lot of women. And it's not that they can't. some of them can, and they should have been given the opportunity, or they should have taken the opportunity. I can just imagine you at 15, whatever, going to that band practice at that time. I mean, the risk you took, right? Because it's dangerous being alone as a woman. It's better enough as a guy, you know. But I remember that young, going out by yourself, maybe even against, I don't know if your parents knew you were going.
Yes, they always knew. They always knew.
Not only that, but like our times, your age, us, back in Old Laredo, I'm sure it was frowned upon.
Well, yeah, nobody
Like
supported
her
it.
seeing like, oh, why is a girl with a bunch of guys playing?
Yeah.
Like they wouldn't see like, oh wow, there's somebody pushing. You know, the women are getting out there. The women can do the same thing. Close-minded Laredo back then. I can only imagine what they would
It
say.
was closed-minded, and
See what I'm saying?
there was people that would tell me at this place that I used to work before becoming a teacher. Oye, Carmen, I used to work at a nursing home. I would work in the office, y esta muchacha que she was a nurse assistant me decía, oye, Carmen, because we would do free gigs ahí. The band that I had would do free gigs for the viejitos. Oye, Carmen.
She looked at you.
I know she certainly
She
wanted to.
totally looked at you when she said that.
Y me decían, oye, es Carmen.
How blue she was watching.
Oye, es Carmen, y te vas con todos ellos afuera por los... Sí, voy a Corpus, Herbertville. Dice, oye, y no tienes miedo que te hagan nada. Le dije, no me van a hacer nada. Le dije, si te vas a respetar a mí. No, yo no tengo miedo. Le dije, I just go and do my stuff. I even take my books. Me llevaba mis libros del colegio. And con Joe Castillo íbamos a tocar en un club que acabamos a las 2 de la mañana. Y me decía, oye, Carmen, nos vamos a quedar aquí un rato. ¿Te quieres ir para el hotel? ¿O te quieres quedar con nosotros? Le dije, no, llámame al hotel porque yo tengo que estudiar. So yo me ponía ahí a estudiar. Y le decía yo, ok. Y luego llegaban ellos a las 5 de la mañana. Ok, se van a levantar como a las 11. Esa hora ya, I'm ready by that time para ir para la casa.
Pero fíjate, so that's the secret. Darte a respetar. You know, you're a lady, and yeah, I mean, guys are gonna be guys, and they're gonna speak the way guys speak. But as long as you, and obviously you knew how to handle it. You know how to
And
handle
how to take
yourself.
care of herself. and
Yeah.
all that
Yeah.
stuff.
So the self-respect, right? There's a line. Okay, we can joke, but there's a line.
Yeah, there's a line.
There's gotta be a line.
Y todavía, and I know there's danger, todavía, ahorita ya de grande, yo vengo y solo a San Antonio and I play, y pues me pasó algo, nunca me había pasado. Mi troca está muy buena, checo todo, le cambio de aceite, nunca va a estar. Pues pasó esto que toqué en San Antonio, y en San Antonio iba a tocar con Beto Ramón, toqué con Beto Ramón en Kingsville. Ok, so me fui por el highway, entonces ahí por Georgetown me bajé porque le pico the restroom break. Pues cuando ya me voy, ¿verdad? My truck doesn't want to turn on. Oye, ¿qué pasó? Oh my God. Oh my God, pues I try to get help. Okay, I call my insurance. No, there's nobody there that can help you out. ¿Cómo que no? You're my insurance. Is there any mechanics here? Well, I don't know. Pues está una Chevrolet aquí en Vivio. Bueno, pues déjame verle que alguien me empuje. No, que está cerrado. Y, oh my God, what am I going to do? Híjole, Diosito. Yo me veo tocando con Beto. I don't want to call him because I don't want to worry. Y para que consiga otro keyboard player ahorita, pues no hay tiempo.
Oh, this is going to the gig.
Yes, going to the gig. And we were supposed to meet at 3. Híjole, son las 2. Oh my God, I have to meet with Beto. Y luego dije, let me go to... Entonces, cuando estoy hablando con la aseguranza, you're supposed to help me out. What happened? Era Geico. Entonces, estaba una viejita y me dice, excuse me, young lady. Young lady. I'm sorry, I was listening to your conversation and you're having a problem with your truck. I go, yes, but well, I don't know how I'm going to do it. And he said, well, my husband, he's mechanic, he's in the restroom and he'll help you out when he comes out. Okay, está bueno, pues let me go to the restroom again, pues ya tengo una hora yo ahí. Entonces, ay, Diosito, por favor, Diosito, tú me tienes que ayudar. Yo sé que tú eres el único que me van a sacar de aquí, because I see myself playing with Beto tonight. Y todo va a estar bien. Nomás tú me puedes sacar de aquí, Dios, por favor. Y lo hace mi mente. Ese click que está haciendo la troca, yo lo conozco. ¿Qué fue?
Starry.
Pues un año. Todos me dijeron que era Starry, 3 personas. Y que no me aprender. Y le dije, pero ese click yo lo conozco. It was a special click. Ya me acordé. No, ya me acordé. Dije, hace un año me dejó la troca en el SAC. I was in a meeting with teachers y ahí estaba en caliente, so I called my son y viene el mecánico, ¿verdad?, de la grúa y me dice, no, Mrs. Esparza, lo que pasa, la alarma, tienes que picarla aquí 2 veces y quítasela, porque te va a volver a dejar, pero si le picas, no problem, va. Pues entonces, ya me acordé. Entonces, pues, llego a la troca y le pico 2 veces y me sube la pelo y digo, yay, thank you, Jesus. Y le digo a la viejita, thank you so much for listening to my
I don't need
conversation.
your stupid husband.
Thank you for listening.
Ay, cuando salga del baño.
Thank you for listening to my conversation. Trying to help
For
me
being nosy.
Pero ya trabajó mi troca y me fui.
That's awesome, fíjate.
Y llegué primero que Beto y me dice, Carmen, ¿vienes sola? Le digo, sí, vengo sola, que mala compañía de aquí estás. Le dije, no tengo miedo. Le dije, mamá, sí se me quedó la troca, pero aquí estoy.
That's awesome.
Pero a mí yo sé que hay, pero I always take care of myself y siempre estoy viendo.
That's good.
I don't drink. Tampoco es.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, I don't drink when I
Big
go out of
plus.
town. And I do it because I wanna, tengo 2 nietos and I wanna be there for them
Yeah,
to go.
absolutely.
So I do take care of myself. And I know it's dangerous, pero I'm always vigilant.
I want to ask Ms. Carmen here a Bojo question. Not gonna have what we're talking about,
Okay.
but you mentioned it a little bit earlier. Because you grew, along the way we did, from the Tumbleland to Rollies and all this other different stuff, and Tejano scene here. What do you think happened to Tejano music on the radio?
Well, this is what I know that back in the 90s, they would play Pio Treviño, Jason Serrata, todas esas músicas.
And we went through the Tejano genres, Tejano, then big band era, Tejano, all this kind of stuff. To Tex-Mex Tejano, but then all of a sudden just boom.
I think maybe they were trying to please a younger crowd, right? Porque lo que pasó era Tejano y luego conjunto.
Yeah.
Then se puso puro conjunto, and then se puso like bandas.
Yeah,
Bandas.
and Tejano and Tejano and Conjunto, they go hand in hand. They play
Yeah,
very
yeah.
well with each other. They complement each other. as a
Yes,
matter of
they
fact,
do.
sometimes.
They do.
But it's like you said, I think it was when the other genres of music that aren't regional to us started kicking in.
Yeah.
I blame that on the decline of Tejano music. And I like Tejano music. So to me, it was very hurtful not to hear all this stuff that even the Tejano stations went to the other kind of music. We sold out.
Yes, they went to but if you go to San Antonio, I mean,
they're back on the air.
Oh my God, they're on the air and
I lived in San Antonio. Last year I was living in San Antonio still.
and everywhere that you go, there's bars. Okay, if I want to listen to Tejano with a band, if I want to go out and dance, because I love to dance and I like to go and listen to Tejano bands. I mean, I cannot find it here, and I know that there's a lot of people in Laredo that are like me. Equal, I want to go to a dance. I remember
DJ said it. What was your Laredo called? The capital of Tejano music?
Yeah.
What did you say?
Yeah, at the end of a song that I recorded, I say, the he didn't take out 100, it was the Laredo, the new mix of Tejano. So I'm trying to see if we can bring, San Antonio for a long time was known as the
Tejano
capital.
the capital. And then even they kind of let that go a little bit. But you're right, there's still, you can go anywhere, a lot of places in San Antonio, and find a band, find a group, find a DJ, whatever, that plays Tejano.
But it's like an underground movement.
Yeah.
and there's new and what happens over there, like there's new musicians, a younger crowd like La 45.
Yeah.
They're all young and they're playing Sunny Osuna.
Yeah, they're doing the big
They're
bands.
playing in
Latin
Emilio
Breed.
Guerrero, Latin Breed, todo. Oh my
I've
God!
heard
And
that.
I love it because they're bringing those, because some of the artists, the Jimmy Edward, he passed away, and they're playing that kind of
But
music.
our generation recognizes that, but the generation before us and the other half before that one, they don't.
No, and the younger crowd, like here in Orlando, that don't even know what. Okay, pues I'm gonna go play with do you know who Beto Ramon is? No, who is it? Do you know who Gary Hobbs is? No. The younger, oh my God, you don't know. Oh my God, es que ustedes ya nacieron en otra.
Yeah, they're different times.
And
you have to go with that.
yeah, let me tell you about La 45. They're playing all that music that was played in the 90s.
Yeah, you should check them out.
And they're a younger guys. Well, let me tell you, I used to go, I still go and jam with on Wednesdays with Jaime's place over there in San Antonio.
Nice
And
place.
one day we went with Sandy Sanchez and 101, and I was playing the bass, right? We just went for a jam session. So okay, the next band was going to be La 45, and then Mike Torres, the band leader there. Hey Carmen, don't get off. You're gonna help me because I don't have a bass player, and I say, wow, I'm gonna get to jam. So it's somebody, it's on YouTube. Somebody recorded me playing bass with a 45, and it felt so good. So I was playing that kind of music too. Oh my God, that one.
Awesome. Awesome. And I really hope that there's a resurgence of that type of music, especially like I said, my goal. In the histories, I after Jimmy died, I did a song, Kaya, and I even called Mike, his son, and I told him, look, it's not for sale. I just because I do mariachi, but I wanted to see how it sounded with Tejano.
Mm-hmm.
And so I on purpose, and I remember and Southman has helped me out playing it in the station. But at the end, I did it on purpose, like Laredo. I wanted to see if we can create and make Laredo the new make of Tejano.
We need to do that, and I know that there's probably we need to look for the young crowd, the ones that are in band, right?
And get them early.
But
right.
that's how they got La 45 got his guys. No, you
gotta get them early. You gotta get them early.
Get them early.
So right now, Tejano's being kept alive by our generation, which is good because we're the ones that have expendable income. We're the ones that have the money to go and hang out and visit with Tejano bands on the weekends and stuff. You know what? Yeah, the new generation. Yeah, they might have the easy money. They'll go once and not come back. We want the people to keep on coming back. But hopefully we'll figure out a way how to bring Tejano back.
Yes, we need to bring it back to Laredo because there's a lot of people that like me. They want to go out. Back in the 90s, I was only 23, 21, 23, 25. I remember when the Cubby was that holiday and the Crystal Palace. I used to work in the office renting rooms. I used
We used to bounce places.
Actually, we were
bouncers in those areas.
Really?
That's all I remember.
Maybe.
A lot bigger back then.
Yes, I was working as a receptionist there. And I just couldn't wait to get out at 11 so I could go to the Crystal Palace. Estaba a power band. I just reconnected today with one of my friends que me encontró. Hey, I need to talk to you. Era ¿cómo se llama? Tony Guerra. He used to be the keyboard for a power band. Esa banda estaba pesada, power band. Y ahí anda Jerry Cárdenas con mariachi. And I told him, hey, you should tour.
Jerry,
You know Juan?
Juan Villa?
That's my cousin.
Wow. Yes, I know he's another.
And then Julie or Bojo.
Bojo, yes,
that's my younger brother.
Yes, and I played with them too.
Yeah, those my cousin and my brother. So they were playing both of them for the power band at the same time.
Yeah.
It's a small world. So Jerry, I've played with him a couple of times with the mariachi.
Oh, he does mariachi.
Yeah, he's doing a lot of mariachi now.
Yeah.
He's up there in age.
He went with this. I was rehearsing with the band, and he showed up there. Hey, let's play that song that you wrote. Y quién sabe qué, I know it. So we started playing it. Hey, Carmen, pues sí, that's one of my favorites. Pero sí, la música es bien bonito. Yo veo a tus músicos como si fueran mis hermanos, ¿verdad? Muchas veces hay problemas, pero hay que dejar todo atrás and just renew.
And remember why we do it.
Why we do it. Why we're together. And
so let me ask you this. Attitudes, right? Attitudes destroy groups.
Attitude to destroy.
Yeah, they didn't ask me what happened.
Oh, no, I already asked her. But no. What has good to go to?
They do destroy, pero hay que entendernos unos al otros, comprenderse, help each other and support each other. Que va a ir a tocar uno, pues vamos a support esa banda. Que vamos a tocar aquí.
There's a lot of attitudes out there that destroy stuff.
Sí,
I'm sure you've been
a
member of a bunch of bands that broke up, right? Because of one person or two people. So the question that we're going to ask you, what high school did you graduate from?
Nixon High School.
Thank you.
There you go.
Thank you. There you go. Hold on. What is that? Freaking porn? The porn version? What the fuck is that shit?
Very sexy.
Like some Mustang porn.
Reminds when we were 18 years old.
Or when you graduated at 24.
I became the principal at 25.
So, alright, so what's next for Carmen Esparza? Where are you going to be in 5 years? Besides more accolades.
In 5 years, I plan to continue playing with Tejano music, right? And I have to go. I know it takes money, and time and everything to go to San Antonio, but if I cannot find it here, then I need to continue
You need to
with
go.
what I love to do.
Yeah.
But how about creating it here?
Yeah.
So we're gonna talk on it. We're gonna talk because
Lean forward and
No.
you take the jump of faith
Yeah.
and create it.
Let me say one thing.
That's it. You
once
said
we
it.
said it, that's it. Anyway, we're
Moving on.
The most important thing is a good venue.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
Choche?
yes.
No,
No.
No.
Like,
a good indoor venue. I'm not saying nothing.
no, nothing wrong with the Cantarana.
Oh,
Big shout out to them.
For
Not talking about that.
For
I'm
exposure.
talking about like a home,
A home.
that they can rely on. Because Choche, it's a house. It's his parents' house. Well,
Oh,
Whispers.
Whisper is a good start.
it is.
Whiskers.
Whiskers
Lovely.
Tejano Thursday.
We need more room.
Yeah, we need.
Believe me, once the word's out, then we can get.
So we're gonna build it and they will come. Right?
Yeah.
That's what this
Let
is.
me. I was thinking because I do
Uh-oh.
rethink things
Uh-oh.
sometimes.
That's what
A
smells
woman
like
thinking.
burger.
And last
That's what
night,
smells like burger.
this is what I'm doing before I go to because my son stays at my house when I'm not here. I've been cleaning my house for the whole week. Okay, I'm gonna start here, and then I'm gonna do the living room, and then today I work on my room. And while I'm cleaning, and I'm not gonna stop. Llegan las 5 de la mañana, I'm still. I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do that. Change this.
So what you're saying is you have psychological problems.
Pues dije, voy a lograr because I want to keep busy, right?
You say,
And-
"I don't cut corners."
And then I
You
have my
clean 'em.
keyboards. I have my keyboards. Okay, oh, this song, let me practice. And then I go do the whatever. So I don't have anything to do during the summer except taking care of my grandkids. I have everything ready because I'm a school teacher. I left everything ready that I don't have to do even. I've even homework folders I have them ready, so I don't have to worry about that because I wanted to worry more about my music. And so I was thinking last time, you know what? And listening to this, maybe I should do a band here. I like the way this
There you
band
go.
sound. Pero it takes time. And who are the musicians that and there's a lot of attitudes and when there's attitudes was equal
And you know what? And I hate to say this, but because you already scaled the mountain and you've enjoyed the view, you are not gonna put up with egos.
Right.
Did you
No.
follow a fucking
You're-
commercial?
I don't
You're gonna have a hard time dealing with that.
Yeah.
You're
yes.
gonna have a hard time dealing with that. But you're like, stop with your kids' bullshit. Like, you're part of my friends.
Yes,
but
yes.
We're
And
here to do
just have
this.
fun.
We're here to have
We're
fun.
here to have fun, not to be criticizing anybody. No, que este no soy, no, que lo otro, que no, yo no quiero tocar con este.
But
No,
maybe
no.
like this, we got like the guy said, a good venue, a school, something like that, to along the lines where you can devote time to that. I'm sure there's a lot of little girls that need
Yes.
that role model, or just somebody to say it's doable.
We're gonna talk, Carmen. We're gonna talk because you're in a position to influence, you know, the
Yes.
next generation, especially. I want to make that dream of an all-female Tejano group.
Yes,
That
I
would
wanted
be
to.
nice.
And we have would the Phoenix be considered as Phoenix?
That's.
I mean, they're Tejano, but they're also
Norteño.
it's not strictly Tejano though. They play a little bit of variety, but it's a family. It's different. I mean, and good luck to them. I mean, they play awesome, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
what's gonna happen as they get older? That's another thing. You know, sometimes people tend to branch off, and you know, life happens, and boys come in and screw everything up. You know, so
They don't want to do it. One of them doesn't want to do it.
yeah. So
Let me tell you what I did with La Divas. Well, with the accordion player, esta Bella. Beto came here. He was couldn't get an award. Yes, from the from the Conjunto Association.
yeah.
Right.
And I told, hey Beto, do you want to sing there? I can get you a band here. Okay, I like, me gusta acompañar. Dice, sí, pues está bien. Okay, está bueno. Let me talk to the guys. Hey guys, va a venir Beto. Van a tocar los conjuntos, but hey, let's have Beto sing ahí. No, sí, está bueno. Beto, ya, vente porque yeah, we're gonna play with you. Entonces, but I have a surprise for you. Y no te voy a decir, pero al último le dije, right? Pero le dije a las divas, porque tiene una parte en esa canción que dice que me lleven canciones, tiene una parte de accordion.
Mhm.
If you play it on the keyboard, no soy igual como el accordion. So
Right.
dije, aquí traigo. And I could have done it too because I play accordion. Dije, no, I don't want to do it. You know what? I'm going to call Mr. Urbina. Oye, Mr. Urbina, me gustaría que va mi Beto y vamos a tocar esa canción. Y me gustaría que Belita, yo se la enseño, yo voy para tu casa. No, sí, está bueno. So, fui para la casa de ella, mira, esto es lo que vas a hacer en the beginning, esto es lo que vas a hacer en el middle, Y acá, después practicamos los chords porque faltaban 2 days, pero la niña se aprendió y la primera parte que dice que me lleven canciones y luego la parte del último y le digo, ahí está Belita, so you're gonna play with Beto, pero le pregunté, do you wanna play Belita, and that's something new that you're gonna have on your goal. Vas a poder decir, hey, toqué con Beto Ramón. So she played and I'm trying to dije quiero que ella también tenga el exposure de que diga, hey, toqué con Beto, at least one song, una parte, pero sí.
Yeah, no. I mean, Beto is an icon in the
I can
industry.
see it, man. All female.
Yes.
Carmen Esparza y las notas musicales.
Ooh, that would be great. Oh my
Sigues con tus tonterías, güey. You know what? Drug test.
Yeah, okay.
Right now.
Pinche drug test. Ya no
Right
la
now.
pinche barba de pinche
That would be
brownie.
nice. And if there's any girls, si están oyendo girls, ladies my age and young, whatever, no importa.
Espérate.
No importa la edad que tengan, ladies,
Yes, yeah.
girls, older than me or younger.
Female
Hey,
drummers.
Let's do it.
if you want to do it, you can call me at 956-285-8734. Comuníquense aquí con Mr. Tinajero.
Yeah, let's do it.
And
Let's
he'll
do it.
call me.
Más who?
But no, he said Ben said puts. But he was talking about you.
I said
but no, seriously,
With all due
that's
respect.
let's get it going. So I'm gonna tell you what we've been telling the other artists. We are planning a like Jerry Lewis used to do it in the past, the telethons.
Yeah.
We're definitely gonna ask you to come in and help us out with that.
Sure.
We were trying to figure out the cost.
If there's a cause out there that
Yeah.
needs for us to do it,
So,
give us a call. It's gonna happen regardless.
But we definitely, to me, you gotta be again celebrated and people need to know
Exposure.
this kind of talent that's here.
Yeah.
Without saying the school you're working for, you as a teacher.
As
what
a
grade?
teacher, pre-K, 4 years
Pre-K.
old.
Well, you know what? It's awesome. That's an awesome age,
Yeah.
right?
I have little musicians because I also play the guitar there at school. We sing us, okay, what is the letter of the week? Una de ellas va así, there is a letter that we know, and the name is A, or I am something like that, and I'm playing the guitar.
Yeah.
And some of them, and I was playing the other day esa canción que dice, close your eyes and I'll kiss you tomorrow, I'll miss you. Y entonces me
Puro
dice un
Beatles.
muchachito, Mrs. Parza, I like that song, you want to sing it? Bueno, ahorita en recess, we'll have recess inside and we'll practice. Y yo la cantaba con mi muchachito, digo, wow.
Oh, fíjate, there's your future artist right there.
Yeah.
Future.
Y este va a ser músico.
Man, no se sabe Ghost Riders in the Sky.
Y le digo a los muchachos, este no va a tener que estudiar porque va a ser músico.
Eso.
Okay, va a ser música.
Rock
Hey, you're
star,
gonna make
rock
money if
star.
you continue with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
maybe we can dress you up like Sound of Music.
Ah.
No, dear. No? You don't know anything about that. What do you know?
You need to get on drugs.
I know I need to get
You're
it.
shutting down. Yeah.
I didn't know the drinks for the
You're
week.
shutting down.
Carmen,
We're gonna
again,
take a break. We're gonna give him his meds and we'll reactivate him.
so, thank you so much for stopping by.
Yes.
Thank you for showing
Can
us.
I mention some
Yes,
things?
Of course.
First of all, I want to thank all the musicians in Laredo, and you know who you are. The list is too long to name you guys, pero ustedes saben that more than 30 bands that I played with, Conjunto, Tejano, and Cumbieros también. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to play with you guys for so many years. I also want to give thanks to some musicians in San Antonio that have made me even more become more stronger in playing these instruments. Yes, of course, Sandy Sanchez. He's an accordionist, drummer that used to play with and plays right now with everybody. Richard Solis, do you know him? He played with Latin
Great.
Richard
Oh,
Solis.
wow.
Okay.
Jorge Alejandro.
Jorge.
Jorge Alejandro, John Pacheco, an awesome guitarist and friend of mine. He played with Ram Herrera, Joe Posada, Gary Hobbs, a lot of artists. Ralph Saenz also, he played with Jay Perez. And of course, Jerry La Rosa. Do you remember Jerry La Rosa?
That name sounds very familiar.
Jerry De La Rosa, he was a very good friend of mine. He passed away when he was 41, but we used to play together in the band too.
Yeah.
Mike Torres, of course, thank you, Mike Torres. Lil Henry Lee, he's a keyboardist. Anthony Hernandez, the one with little dudes with Joe Reveles. We recorded together with him too. Joe Reveles also, I jammed with him, with Maricela Sanchez. Of course, with legendary songwriter Mr. Beto Ramon. I want to thank you, Beto, for giving me the opportunity to play with you and for believing in me. And thank you. I'll always help you.
She's the fourth musician on the show, musical guest that mentions it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then, of course, I played also jam with Beto Ramon Jr., Jackie Gomez, his
Gomez.
singer, John Hernandez and Top Shelf, that jam with them. With Angel Valdez, trumpeter Al Gomez, he's another Latin breed horn. Joey Macias, he's a great accordion from San Antonio. He's playing right now with Ram Herrera. He's playing with Joe Quasada.
Okay.
Very awesome accordionist.
Yes.
Of course, Carlos Guzman,
Yes.
David Escalante Band, and bassist Toby Torres, saxophonist Mr. Fuentes, Zopar Cifuentes, Chuy Gonzalez and Liberty Band, and this other band that always invites me, Ben Reina and Final Cut, Bandura, Maravilla Band, Mr. Hollywood and the All Stars, Benny Lucero and the Jets, I'm playing with him too, Meliton Garcia, Bonnie Mauricio at jam, Los Cachis, Carlos P. Garcia, of course,
Yes.
Richard Fuentes, Richard Vega, and another great guitarist from San Antonio, of course, John Pacheco, guitarist George Gonzalez, another from Laredo, Mr. Ricky Ray Hernandez. ¿Sabes quién es? Ricky Ray, he plays with the 45, and his dad lives here in Laredo.
Ricky Ray.
Ricky Ray, he plays the saxophone.
You know him, Ben?
Yeah, I know. He's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And of course, Jorge Lomas, I played with him also, Tejano Music over there. Mr. Ray Figueroa, bassist Ray Chandler, I also played with him. Mike Barrigan and the Fabulous Flames. Drummer Carlton King, he's an excellent drummer. Mando y La Venganza, I've jammed with them too.
Yeah.
Good band.
Drummer Valde Muñoz. Valde Muñoz es, ¿cómo se llaman? El de los Fabulosos Cuatro. Willie the Kid and the Starlight Band.
Starlight Band, yeah.
Rudy Rodriguez, Herbie Lopez, Henry G. Lozano, and Henry G. Lozano is
He
recorded as
has an amazing voice.
yes. Henry G.
You
Lozano.
want to kiss him? Or what do you want to do?
Yes, he has an
He has an
amazing.
amazing
Why
voice.
are you
Like,
getting jealous?
And
and an
he,
excellent third nipple.
and he recorded. He was our sponsor. He paid for our first CD with 10 Senses and 101.
Nice.
So
Is TJ on that list?
No. Wait a minute. I'm waiting for her to call my name out. Hold on. Go ahead.
Robert
She's got 3 more pages,
Castillo
right?
and Roy Padilla from San Antonio, Mr. Juan Lopez, a drummer,
TJ from the
saxophonist David Martinez, guitarist Ralph Ravilla, Roger Cabello is from Laredo.
Laredo.
Yeah, right.
And he's playing with the All Star Band, and he played with a lot of bands over there in San Antonio, and I get to jam with him too.
Roger lives over there in San Antonio now?
Yes. And Mel Sanchez, he's just another great young kid playing that
Drums.
Gil Escobedo, drummer Cruz Garcia, of course, Paul Avila, Oscar Narvaez, Javier Portillo, my son Fernando, drummer, he's an excellent drummer, accordionist Gonzalo Zapata, and other great musicians that I've jammed at. And I want to thank God for allowing me to meet new people, because these musicians are new to me. So.
That's great.
And don't forget about Luis Tinajero, a mean ass freaking air triangle. I will play the shit out of that.
So
Yeah, but it's
Solos.
unplugged.
Unplugged.
Carmen, again, if it wasn't for you taking that chance, or actually playing that guitar while you were working at, you said it was Cashwood?
yeah.
Remember that?
It wasn't for that man.
It wasn't for that guy.
Yes,
Yeah, the
they call him El
trajectory.
Chile, yeah.
The trajectory of your life. So everything happens for a reason, right?
Yes.
So I'm glad that you are doing what you were born to do.
Yeah.
And I hope that you continue doing it till it's time to hang it up.
And
Yes.
I hope you pass it on to somebody else.
Yes.
So-
right now,
Pass it forward.
right now, was my granddaughter loves it. When I'm practicing, because I take care of them, right? So I'm practicing the keyboards, la miradas que te doy, and then I have 3 keyboards, right, on a stack, and then
Now
Now she's showing off.
My
Estilo
granddaughter-
Now
Pegaso.
she's showing off.
Al estilo
I
Pegaso.
have 5 chords, but five keyboards. Four of them are chords, and one of them is a Yamaha. So, but I have 3, right?
Stacked up,
Y viene mi nieta.
Did you hear that joke, Quesada? 3 levels.
I'm las miradas que te doy.
Sounds like a challenge.
And then viene mi nieta y agarro el keyboard y dejo Mickey Mouse, cuac, 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 and I practice that. Ay, ya me hago, ok, está bueno. Y luego va y le da las maracas a mi nieto y So they're making.
So ahí van.
Yeah, one of these days you're gonna play with me. So
That's awesome. That would be great to be able to play with them. You know.
Yeah.
3 generations.
So that's why I take care of myself. Y my son toca drums. Le va a dar for Mira, you play the drums.
Does he
I-
give lessons
Huh?
also?
He does.
Don't
he
answer
does.
that question.
He does when he can. Pero
I'll donate.
Whenever he wants to come and learn some stuff, I can barely set it up, chinga. I can barely set it
He's on YouTube and
He
everything.
trips
He's
over
he's
a
great drummer.
seat when he sets it up.
So I tell my son, so you're gonna be the drummer. I'm gonna be whatever they want me to play, and they're gonna play whatever they want to play, and we're gonna have a little band.
A little
He
band.
wanted his drums auto-tuned. Like, bro, you can't do that, bro. You
That's
gotta
all.
play for real, man.
Está en paz.
It's time para que te quedes el hocico.
Le digo, no le puedes tocar en do, en donde nadie te escuche.
No, me dice, can you sing tenor? Yeah. 10 or 15 miles away from here.
When far away.
Far away. Yeah.
You know, we can do this all night.
Yeah, I can.
Carmen needs to go
I'm on
clean
dad
the
mode.
house
I'm on dad drunk mode.
until 5 in the morning because apparently once she gets started, the freaking teachers, man. I gotta finish it.
I need to grade all these papers.
But no, thank you for stopping back.
No,
I mean,
thank
we're
you.
definitely gonna stay in touch. Like I said, we have other projects that you can definitely help us
Be
out
part
with.
of.
Yes,
And
of
also
course.
we can help you out in anything. So eventually we'll have an alumni night
Yep.
where everybody that's ever been here, can come in and talk about whatever they want to talk about. We're trying to work on different projects.
We'll have cake, Conjunto Dreams.
There's a bar here that he's a very good friend of mine, but I'll mention later because we're still talking about, and he wants to start having jam sessions like on Wednesday. Well, that would be good because I know that a lot of musicians would come in and jam. I mean,
Yep.
with you.
There
And
is.
there's somebody also in Lytle, Texas.
Yeah.
They want to talk to me because they want to have jam sessions over there. They go, okay, well, maybe I can get people from Laredo,
And then show
people
up.
from San Antonio, Cotulla,
Oh, that'd be
a lot
awesome.
of people that I know.
That'll be awesome.
So so I'll let you know what I'm going to be doing, and
Yeah,
maybe
please.
you guys, if you do it here at that part that they're telling me, of course,
can do a
I'll invite
podcast
you.
from there.
You can do a podcast
Yeah, we
there
can actually go.
and meet new people and
Yeah.
new talent, and it's open to the public. Anybody who wants to, even if you don't know how to sing, it's como los jams. If you don't know how to sing, just show up. Whatever. Aquí te acompañamos. That's why I have Carmen and friends.
Stretching out. It's that time of the podcast that I gotta stretch out.
They want me out. So, anyway,
That don't know how to sing, play instruments, or
Anyway, Carmen, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
I really appreciate it. And again, we will definitely want you back soon. Let us know if you start those jam sessions over
Yeah.
there, please.
Yes.
Because we are looking at opportunities to go do podcasts live in other places. We did it with
sounds like something I just heard.
Cataranas, and then we just got to get better with our system. So
Yes, I'll
I'm
talk
sure
to the owner and I'll to tell him about you guys doing a podcast, and I'm sure it's gonna work out.
No. This is awesome.
We promise we're not gonna try to play drama. We're
No,
just
no,
gonna do a
no, no.
podcast.
You-
Ah, bullshit. I'm
just
doing
do
a
your
fucking
best.
solo. I'm doing a solo.
I'm gonna do Panama or Van Halen the solo 10 times
I don't
straight.
know. Yeah, acabaste, güey.
So, yeah.
Dude, he's talking his shit. He can't even hit the door right. Penny. So right now we'll take a picture, and so again, Carmen, you've been awesome. And you have a lot of time to continue doing what you do best
I do.
and develop. And I meant it when I said it. So we've been lucky, we've been blessed that the people that have come in have been humble, have been mature, and that's why you're successful, because you. Well, I don't know about mature. Well,
Leave it up
I'm
to
talking about
us.
the ones that come in, not the host. So,
You're now baptized as musical grandma.
Okay.
see? No, that she's gonna kick your ass out there, bro.
All right, I'm
Don't
a
we-
grandma.
She says she's a grandma. You're a
Well,
grandma.
yeah.
I am a grandma, but now I'm grandma of the podcast.
Musical grandma.
Grandma in a
grandpa.
podcast show.
The grandpa, get it? Grandpa. Oh, what do you know?
Grandma in
You
her
went to
podcast
Nixon. You went to
show.
Nixon. What do you know?
You're speaking English. I don't understand what you're saying.
What I want to know is where our next guest went to.
That's what I want to know.
Yeah, that's good. And he better say Nixon. Okay, I don't give a shit how big he is. I gotta go. I gotta taste him. But anyway, espérate. Todavía no se va, espérate.
You see what a rush we
Hi, Carmen. Stick around for you. We're gonna get your picture and your autograph.
Signature in the wall.
And then, guys, we're gonna take a little break. before we go on to our next guest. And Carmen, again, thank you so much. Good luck in all your
Thanks,
future
partners.
endeavors. And keep us posted, please. We'd
Yes, I
love to.
will.
We'd love to know what you're doing, right?
Thank you, sir.
All right, now break it. Tírame otra vez este gato.
Yes, sure.
Pinche próstata.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Here, I'll give
I've been watching you. I'm like one of the biggest lucha fan that I have. Probably hold like the biggest lucha collection here. And I've been following you. Not just following, but because I've seen you at matches, local matches. And then there's some wrestlers or maybe with their character. There's just, I don't know if you know this, but there's some that just, they have the it factor.
No.
They do or they do not. He's got it. Not only because, I'm not saying because he's here, but it's just, if you see him work, the canvas, bro, it's hard. It's like hard that you would see like in the Ric Flair setting up the new guy.
Okay.
The Shawn Michaels laying himself down to set up that kind of setup. So, and even like now at the Academy, when we saw him in the opening night, which I mean, I know it's a small match or quick match, but you look great for the kids. Then even me, an old dude, to me, wrestling is magic. I'll always say that. You bring the magic, brother.
Thank you.
Because you do everything. There's no half-assing anything. Even when you were doing the demonstration bout, it was all you.
Yes, sir.
There was no half of you because there's no crowd or because there's a limited crowd. It's always do or die. It's ride or die. I like that. Don't ever change, brother.
Oh, thank you.
Don't ever change, because I've seen wrestlers come and go, and a lot of them have been friends, and they're big leaguers now, and the 3 letters that I'm not going to mention, okay?
Yeah.
But they lose it. They now like, they just think it's all the character. They forgot what got them there.
Yeah.
And you're seeing a lot of true heart now with the Pentas and the AAA, exposure thing. It's just the initiative. It's crazy. It's crazy. But you're one of the few local ones that I've seen here that goes it all.
Thank you.
I remember seeing you with against, I don't know, I think it was, there was a Tauros and somebody else. But anyway, just, I've seen several matches, several different times.
Yes, sir.
And TJ, he goes all out.
No.
There is no half selling it.
I know.
He sells it all the way.
No. So I that night that
Much
we,
respect, brother.
Thank you.
Yeah, that day that we were doing the open house, I saw immediately the difference, and of course the trainers haven't trained in a while; they're getting back into it. But you can tell right away that you're at a different level, and hopefully we'll get these. Everybody.
Oh yeah, no. Kudos to the rest of the guys. They're doing their
No,
thing.
I mean-
But I mention it because I've seen them in different matches. I don't think I've seen any of the guys, or maybe I have, but because they're in character,
Yeah,
I
they're-
don't know it's them.
Yeah.
But like with that, he's him here, he's him in the ring.
Oh yeah.
Unless they tell him now you're heel, and I got it.
Yeah.
But, what was the name of that faction when it was you and the 4 with the mask that you come on?
Oh, the Illuminated.
The Illuminated.
Sir.
That was a cool faction, man.
Man, we're still going around.
You're still around with
Yeah.
that? But you still come in with the mask?
Yes,
I haven't
sir.
seen it.
Yeah.
I haven't
I
been
take
to
it
the-
off now.
Oh.
I enter with it and I take it off.
Nice.
I couldn't breathe under that.
Not everybody can wrestle with the
No,
mask.
no.
People don't understand that, you know.
My vision.
Yeah.
Side
Your
vision.
peripherals, yeah.
Peripheral vision,
Yeah.
yeah. And then your depth perception, it's just not there either.
And then the
It's not
luchadors
for-
are going all out. They're going 100 miles per hour.
So that's a good point. Not everybody can wrestle with a mask.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's
I've
crazy.
tried. It's not for me.
No, it's not for you.
No.
But you
No,
should
but
see-
it doesn't matter, man. I mean, your character, the way you are, you don't need.
But it's a cool faction because they all come out and like, no, porque no sabemos que es Raxo, no sabemos like
The very first
yeah.
match, I had to wrestle without letting anyone know.
Yeah, in
That was
Casablanca. I was at
like-
Casablanca,
that was- you
remember?
were there?
Yeah, I was there, bro.
Okay, so they
You
tell
can
us.
tell because we would do this like I was like eat like. And I was telling my homie that was like he's having a hard time
Oh,
with
yeah.
this mask.
No, we all do.
So I
all
kind of
do.
knew it was you, but you don't throw the magic out.
We tried,
Yeah.
but because you know how I fall, you know how I move,
Yeah,
the way I hit.
yeah,
I tried not to do none of it,
Yeah.
and I was like, I can't.
yeah. It's not you. It's not just you anymore. Now it's somebody else that they want to purchase.
And then I turn around, my guy's slipping, my other guys are bumping each other because they can't see.
It's a cool game. Come in with it, but yeah, you take it off and then
It's alright.
we know it's Andres. No, porque no sabemos que es Andres.
Yeah, that was the first 2 tries we tried, and it was like, they don't.
But it was a good reaction from the crowd. It's like the old NWO kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're the bad dudes that interfere all the time. They do whatever they do, beat up whoever they want. Those guys, and nobody can stop them. Nobody,
No one.
not even the ref
It's like nobody can stop that fucking shirt you have.
or your horrible drumming.
Hey, you know what? You know what? You crossed the line. Just for that, gonna go do a fucking solo. It's gonna fucking death you.
I'm telling you, Jump, 1984, Van Halen, knock it out. So
Bring back bring back Eddie.
I don't know if you can sign back on Atlas.
So what? So like I said, we just started the Worldwide Wrestling Academy.
Triple WA.
Yeah, and Roxa was out there yesterday, with the students. I mean, just trying to offer his knowledge to these people that are just starting out, and that's badass. That is, and that's part of the reason why I'm letting him hang around because he's humble. He wants to help.
Plus, if he does, like he passes on what he does, you're gonna have a good old bunch of traditional wrestlers in the house.
Yes, sir.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, no, and it takes a lot of dedication, a lot of commitment to the sport. The old argument, wrestling is not real. Yeah, okay, get your ass up there. Get your ass up there and do something, right? So, yeah, the storylines sometimes are fabricated, whatever. Sometimes they're real animosity between wrestlers, and you can see those.
So is the NFL, but nobody says anything. Like we know the Cowboys aren't going to do shit against this. We all know that. We all know it. And if they do, they bought it.
Pinche Jesus Christ Superstar over here.
Instigator over here.
So there's no difference in wrestling. Wrestling, it is a form of entertainment, but there's to some of us it's magic, and then to some of us it's a sport. It is what it is to that person.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And to me, it's just hardcore training. Like I did it 2 summers when I was a kid. Oh, yeah, that would have my ass handed to me every day. It's ridiculous. My back would look like nothing but bruises, man. Those ropes they're not kind to you at all. Little or not, man, or big, they're just. So when I see the kids, like I saw some of the videos that uploaded to Facebook and stuff, where they're rolling, they're tumbling, whatever you want to call it. Man, that's awesome. That's hard. That's all hard because to want to do the wrestling and I guarantee you, American wrestling sells to the entertainment side, but that's not why they're doing it. They feel the calling to do it, so it's a little bit different. That's why I'm glad that you guys are you're teaching the lucha, the Greco, because that's the foundation. Once they get that in there and they're good, then they build off the entertainment off that. And I hope they do it that way because otherwise it's going to get a little misconstrued and you're going to have this halfway stars that what happened to them. And I could name some, from my time, but you never saw them anymore. And it's not because of, like the Von Erichs. It's not because a family passed away, but you had Kevin, now he has his sons. Why isn't he promoting them more? Those guys can be in the big leagues now, but there's that heart thing.
Yeah.
If they're doing it because they're living up to their name, because they want to please their dad. I don't know. I can't speak for them, right?
Everyone has their own ways.
Yeah. So, but I think what I see at the academy and parents, I challenge you. Challenge your child also. Put them in something that is going to actually challenge them. It's not your typical let's go to the gym and work out. It's not your typical MMA stuff. No offense, to MMAers in the house, but
No, mad respect for wrestling. I want to get better wrestling, mad respect.
Yeah, but I've done also MMA. We've done combatives and all this stuff, MACP stuff. I'm a level 3 in the Army. It's just not the same though. It's a lifestyle. Just like mixed martial arts is, so is wrestling. Some people don't take it serious because you don't understand it, you don't appreciate it, and I'll tell you why. You're probably afraid of it.
What I can't take seriously is that fucking shirt.
Again, I had to turn him on to that guy because all show he hadn't said anything, and I told him, I'm really getting offended that you're not making fun of my buttercrust, St. Augustine, Rudy's table. I mean, there's a Rudy's tablecloth. I can go on, and this guy said, "Yeah, they were hitting the
I don't give a shit. It's funny, and that shirt
You're just
sucks.
like a Muppet sitting there.
That shirt sucks.
Fred, get your hands on it.
But Joe, let me ask you this: since you mentioned the physicality of
Holy
wrestling.
shit, that's a huge word, man.
It is.
Spell it.
Physicality.
Spell it.
Regardless.
How much of a difference? So, what would you say has been more physical? The BT that we used to do in the military, or the wrestling?
So here's and this is my humble opinion, of course.
That and that shirt will get you a cup of coffee.
Can somebody turn the drums around? I'm getting tired of saying. It's just encouraging people. Anyway, at PT we do it every day. It's kind of like already it's a program as we
Yeah.
know. You know. But if you do PT, but you incorporate combatives, you're gonna get your ass handed to you.
That's right.
Just the mat drills, right?
Right.
So there's a difference here. With wrestling, I mean, I haven't seen the startup when you warm up the students. I've seen them when they tumble and roll and stuff. Just doing that stuff, that's like doing that's your mat drills. That will wear you off. The 2 summers that I trained in El Dorado, I would almost cry at the end of every day. And you would have guys like
Zumbido, that's why.
and you would have some guys like Sangre Chicana come around at the end. You're all beat up and el raquetazo. Okay. Y aquí nos vemos mañana. El que quiera venir.
I don't know what freaking
Y aquí nos vemos mañana el que se atreva a regresar.
Right.
Seriously, that was
the final.
so-
Awesome.
But then again, you have your army, then you have your SF stuff.
Of
and,
course, yeah.
You know, more intense
Yeah.
because it's throughout the whole, a longer process if you want to call
Okay.
it. But there's, I mean, if it's open, if you want to do just do, what, 3-5 minutes, tumble, roll, shoot. I guarantee you, you're like, hey, this is it's real.
Ya con Mario, güey, no
It's
vemos.
real. I don't I'll never understand what people think it's
Agárrame
not
un
real.
taco palenque.
It's, you might even think it's scripted
Yeah.
or it's whatever, but I guarantee you,
To get there.
a bad blow or an over projected blow or hit,
I'm gonna get
it's
into
it's gonna be a real deal. But as you know, as Roxy said, alluded to, it's just the training.
If you
just
get a
the
bad
build-up.
blow, get your money back.
Just the build up. Can you shut Grandpa? Can you put him back in, can you put him back into his box?
I'm gonna play the drums with
Ya me tienes, ya me trae puro sueño, bebé. Ya,
Do you
bebé.
have little chess pieces so we can?
So anyway, guys, just like you said, the build up to whatever, even just to the next training session, it's gonna take everything you got.
Hey, who's that guest here? Is it him or Roxo?
Ya sé.
Porque ya tienes como 20 minutos hablando.
Southman asked me a question.
Ask the guest a question. Stop asking him questions.
Southman, can you turn off his mic?
No, actually, he had them all turned off a little while ago.
No
I'm
way.
getting sets. I'm getting messages.
Yeah.
And,
So we were like,
yeah. But like, welcome, Roxanne, and nobody knows what. Oh, that reminds me, Roxo. We have Roxo here because our sound engineer.
Se durmió. Se durmió.
The mother looking, you're like, no pasó nada. Anyway, all right. So okay, Roxo. So okay,
it's misspelled.
talk
It's
to us.
R-O-Z.
Well, let's get the damn system on them. Is that the way you spell it? R-O-Z?
RAKZO.
Yeah.
Oh, R-A.
R.A.
Roxo.
That was on me. Can you fix it?
Sí.
There you go. All right. So tell us about the best match you've had today. The one that really comes to mind that you had a great time.
The last one, Pimpinela, Mercy Monster versus Bill Dempsey and Roxanne whatever. Oh,
Up in Houston?
No, here in
Oh,
Laredo.
here
Right
already.
there.
Yeah, the one they had here.
Grandpa doesn't know
I
much.
have the best
That
matches with
Jericho is
Bill.
kicking his ass.
I have the best matches with Mercy and I have the best matches with Pimpy. All of them together. Oh my God. Just looking left to right and just looking at everything going on.
Can you get I'm sorry to interrupt, can you get, because we talked about, can you get Pimpy to come into a podcast?
Maybe.
Yeah,
Because I told him, like, I briefly talked to him in the past, he's like the most humblest guy.
Yeah.
He's an awesome guy.
He's a big star, but
Yeah, but he doesn't believe it.
no,
he never.
He doesn't. He thinks I'm still trying.
Yeah.
I'm still trying.
Yeah, I'm still trying to get up
I'm
there.
like.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, proceed with your story. I'm sorry. I
that was the best one. The people were there. The people loved it. We were doing everything we had to do. And beat Pinella with her moves.
Yeah. She's. I remember seeing her 30 years ago, man. I mean, and always a crowd favorite. When she would come out, it was awesome.
Well, that's what I was telling my mom about. Was that me and Dill have tag team all over Texas, right? And I did my stuff, and I tagged him in. I said, "Good luck, Dill." Right? Like, just me and him, genuine, not telling the crowd.
God, guy's a monster.
And I go, "Good luck, Dill." The moment I tagged him in, was BB Nena got tagged in, the whole everything just changed. Like the whole atmosphere just went up because she was anticipating.
Yeah.
And she's gonna be here, and the Chotas are gonna be here also, and that's like a big rivalry, no?
That's across. That's another.
Well, that's gonna be on the radio.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be here on the radio. I just heard it real quick on the radio, dude. That's
that I don't know about that one, but Cross has that storyline right now.
holy crap,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
But yeah, I tagged him in. The whole crowd started changing the name, saying "Beam."
Oh,
And he
yeah.
looked at me. We've been doing this for years. I've never felt that before.
Wow.
That was a good event. Shout out to Manuel Cisneros. I think it was his first or second event, and it looked very professional.
Yes, sir.
You guys looked really good. I mean, you can tell that it was a. Take care, Ben. You can tell that it was a higher level of what Laredo's used to.
It's a bigger
I'm
caliber.
just glad. I feel bad that the venue wasn't bigger and that. I mean, a lot more people should have enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I don't know if they got to record anything.
Yeah, it's
Did they
online.
film it? Good. It's online.
Yeah.
Awesome. I want to see if I can get to it. That was pretty cool. That is awesome. No, I mean, and so now, so you told us your best. Tell us your worst.
It's my worst.
Yeah.
I've had a couple.
Talk to us.
I've had a couple. I don't even remember them. But the worst ones is where the crowd knows I'm struggling.
Yeah.
That's the worst.
Yeah.
When the crowd knows I'm struggling. And it's very rare sometimes. Very rare. But I've had those moments where
Yeah.
I turn around and it's like, dude, what are we doing? And it's
Is it because you're tired, or is it because the other person is not
language
understanding?
barriers
Yeah.
and
There you go. I was about to
knowledge
say.
Okay.
and
I'll tell you
not
what,
clicking.
and maybe I'm wrong, and correct me, but I've seen where some guys get up there for the money.
Yeah.
But I mean, I can only figure out, I'm only getting paid $250. I'm going to do $250 before.
Right.
I'm not going to get hurt. I'm not going to risk it. I'm not going to do high flying stuff. So it leaves dudes like him that are going 1,000 miles per hour. Like,
Yes.
there's a language.
Yeah.
Aside from the actual
Yeah.
language, there's
Lucha
a language
language,
where
yeah.
you,
Lucha
you
language.
see them like, I'm going to grab you. We're going to do this. And they turn around and like, no
My
one's
perfect
doing it.
example, and I explain it to the kids, it's like you're going to your cousin's house.
Yeah.
Right? You guys have wrestled so many times. And you guys know he's gonna hit you with the Stone Cold Stunner. I'm gonna hit him with the Rock. Okay, well his cousin brought his friend. And you turn around, that friend hits you so hard because he doesn't know how you guys hit. Or the opposite, vice versa.
You don't think he doesn't,
That's-
how you all
that's
take care of each other.
That's wrestling. Every time you go somewhere, there's always someone new.
It's always somebody. Yeah.
There's always someone
So-
new.
And that adds to, is it real? Okay, get up and,
And that's the
find
thing.
out.
That's the thing. Like I said, real was
The blows are.
I'm driving 2 hours out of my way. I'm going in there. I do not know the ring. I do not know the wrestler. I do not know the ref. I do not know the crowd. And I have to bring all the magic in there. While getting hit for the first time from this guy, learning this ref and learning this crowd. That's the profession.
Yeah.
It's a challenge.
Yeah.
That's it. It's a big challenge.
And one of them messes up, all of them find out.
Yeah, all the
If
dominoes,
they know,
they all wrestle dominoes.
if the crowd knows, if
I
I'm
see
struggling.
that. I see that. And there's nothing we call a job or whatever.
Uh-huh.
These guys are selling it, and that dude doesn't want to help you sell it.
Yeah.
It's
And
ridiculous.
trust me, I've been there both ways where it's super awesome and it's super bad. Like,
Yeah.
it's been there.
Wow.
And it's sad. It's so bad sometimes that the crowd
Yeah.
sees it, that they see him working it, and they get behind him. They start chanting his
Yeah.
name, and they start booing the other guy because he knows
Yep.
he's just there for the bag.
Yeah, my
That
thing
sucks.
is I just have to keep on going. 1, 2, 3. I tried.
Yeah.
It happened.
But the crowd recognizes and knows that it wasn't him. It was that other guy,
Something's
the out
not
of towner. He just,
Something is not even me or the guy, it's the ring.
yeah.
Oh
It's,
yeah.
Something. It's the
So
ref.
what can you talk about that? And when would you blame the ring?
When I step and there's nothing under me
Yeah.
and I hit the rope and it snaps or
Oh, okay, got it.
there's always something.
Yeah.
There's wet poles because it's raining,
Slippery, they didn't dry the ring, that kind of stuff.
all that stuff.
And this is just from a fan, me seeing
Yeah.
this. I can only imagine you.
And I adjusted it while entering the ring. While you guys are cheering for me, I'm over here going,
Trying to assess it. Yeah.
what I'm doing.
Assess the situation. Yeah. Yeah,
I've seen
because
a lot
it's
of
gonna
this.
limit what you're gonna be able to do for the match.
It's a lot of things that go into
Yeah.
to that variable, into that formula. Dude. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, and that's why a lot of people. That's why these conversations are important because the perception that some people have about wrestling. I mean, the problem with wrestling is that you're either a fanatic or not a fan at all.
Yeah.
There's no in between, and there's a lot of fanatics in Texas and the world in Laredo. I know that there's a couple of more wrestling companies out there that are putting shows together. So Laredo is like that. They want to see you guys wrestle more.
And then not only that, then there's other guys like even us, the hardcore guys like me. we can't compare Von Erich's time to them now.
Oh no.
Okay.
Ours is way harder.
And then there's some dude, but there's some people that actually, nah, that's not real. That's not how it was done. Times have changed. Rules, even in the NFL, concussions. Look at their helmets. How many times they've been revised and redone and replanned.
My always where I always cut the line there is like ours is harder
Yeah.
because of technology. Our
You can't
phones.
fool them. You
No,
can't fool
that
them.
too.
Yeah.
And distraction.
Yeah. I mean, now for you guys to make a sale, you really have to make the sale.
Yeah.
Almost literally like beating the hell out of the guy. You have to because of
Why?
technology.
Because there's like 4 cameras
Yep.
on you.
Yep.
And you turn
they're
around.
pin, their mic, and
Yeah.
all like, ooh, dude.
Yes, sir.
It,
That and to keep the attraction for 10 minutes.
Yep.
Basically, before Ric Flair time and Von Erich's,
Oh yeah.
no one had a phone,
Yeah.
so all you had
You were
was
right there.
Ric Flair.
Yes.
Okay, I come out, I miss up, I slip, or I just get boring.
boom.
You get on your phone.
Yeah.
It's Randy Orton, John Cena. You'll see the crowd on their phone.
Yeah.
It's the hardest time. It's right now is the hardest time to wrestle.
You're wrestling against technology.
I'm on my phone watching wrestling. I did not see the match. I was on my phone.
Or you mess up, you automatically go out big post.
Yep.
Roxy
Yep.
totally messed up.
Oh yeah.
He's still
That's a
botching.
whole other
After,
conversation. right
after
there.
how many years have you been wrestling already?
8 years.
After 8 years, Roxy still botches. Like,
Yeah.
they're not gonna say, man, he sold this. He almost got killed. He did this off the turnbuckle. You're hardly ever gonna see that. And that's one of the things that I like. Like everybody is now like a wrestling connoisseur.
Yeah, everyone knows it.
Everybody knows it, like you said, and everybody criticizes and does this. Like, well, get in there. Just try it. Just let him hit you once with, or you know what you say, not hitting you. Let him not hit you and find out what happens.
Yeah.
Simple as that. Jerry the King Lawler did it back when he got who was it that was doing an interview on him with then he told him is wrestling fake? You want to find out? And he
Boom.
boom, raquetazo,
Oh, yeah.
knocked him down off his chair.
That and how can you trick gravity?
Yeah.
Gravity is the biggest force.
Yep.
You pick me up, I have to go down.
And
Oh, yeah.
eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then not only that, but just the simplest thing is, okay, well, you've been driving, like you said, 2 hours to get there. And within 10, 15 minutes, you got to be in character.
Yeah.
Holy crap, dude. And if you're just not feeling it, you have the slightest headache, little jet lag, toothache, or whatever, I don't care.
The crowd doesn't.
Yeah, the crowd doesn't, they're not merciful. It's just, you got to get in
No,
character.
plus they're
They
paying.
don't know it either. They don't know
Yeah,
it.
if they're paying, and you're going to give them what.
They're paying for a show. No.
But I'm just saying the transition for you to get into that, it's not easy, man.
Yeah.
It's not easy, but that's what I'm saying. You got to, like the Tia said, you either got to love wrestling to do it or not. So, but guys, again, just doing the pitch. There's a new wrestling academy,
Triple WA.
Triple WA. Exactly.
Trip, I like that.
He's one of the trainers there. Send your kids. Let them check it out. There's currently a special I saw. What is it? First session free.
Yeah.
Take your kids. Let's see what happens. And I know think there's going to be someone later on also to you that you're a student. You bring somebody in or something.
Yeah,
like
it's
that.
gonna be several promotions.
Yeah,
coming
several
up.
other promos. So guys, stay with it. This is magical times. Laredo's never had this that I know of. Maybe there has or there hasn't. You know, if I did not, correct me. But these are magical times, dude. This is. I don't know when you're gonna see this again. So just don't do a Laredo. Don't just support it, please. Go out there.
Yeah.
Check them out.
So what's next for Rascal, man? What do you want to be in 5 years, man?
5 years?
You want to hold up that belt in WWE?
Sure. Whatever it takes care of the house where my mom lives, that's where I want to be in 5 years.
What is your goal in wrestling?
I don't have a goal right now because it's a
No
fantasy.
long-term task.
It's a fantasy.
No
I'm
goal.
just day by day.
You're going, yeah.
I show up to where I am right now. I look around. I go, wow.
I'm
So,
here. Like, wow.
I-
Keep showing up.
Like the
That's
same
it,
thing
yeah.
5 years ago in 2020. I saw where ROW was, and I said, I want to be there. Now I'm there. WWE maybe, Japan.
It's crazy because in one of the shows that I saw you in one of the local places here, Stephanie Baquer was here also.
Yeah.
She was performing.
Mhm.
And I talked with her a little bit or whatever. What are your plans? No, pues es que quiero un día llegar acá. ¿verdad?
Mhm.
And she's where she told me she wanted to be.
Yeah.
She's in that wrestling, in the 3-letter, she's in WWE.
Yeah.
And she's been a champ 3 times already.
Oh yeah.
And she's like one of the top-notch female wrestlers right now. So it's achievable,
Yeah.
believe it or not. She was in the right place at the right time. I feel like the merger of AAA and WWE kind of debunks or takes a little value away from like her
What she did. Yeah.
Penta, Phoenix that they climbed through what they did.
Uh-huh.
And now these guys with the merger op is now they're part of it.
Yeah.
Like to me, it kind of watered it down.
No,
But they
because of
should-
them, they're there. They
but
understood that
they're
they
the
were mixed.
leaders. They are the leaders now. So kudos to all those guys.
To
man.
me, it's not a fancy world where, one day I want to.
Ah,
I know the 3 guys up top who say yes or no.
Yep.
So wherever it takes me.
yep, that's good, man. Follow that.
I like it. So yeah, because I mean, expecting to continue to move on is better than expecting to be a champion one day. Because again, you got to take care of your health, number one.
Yeah.
Right? That's I mean, without that, forget it. You're not doing anything.
Physically and
But on top of that, I mean, second to that is taking care of your career path, your private life, that it doesn't get in the way, you know, from you to prevent you from continuing to wrestle. And then your professional development. I always wanted to learn from the guys that are in front of you. And that are willing to teach, because not everybody is willing to teach. A lot of guys, they're in it for themselves, and that's fine. I mean, you can't force them, right? But we go back to the guests that we've had that are humble, and that's one thing I noticed about Roxo here, that it's not I'm better than you, I'm not gonna show you, none of that shit. I mean,
I am thinking about it the whole time, and the rest of
Yeah, I was gonna say it.
no.
What you see here is not what you see. Nothing. It's
I'm not talking about when he's performing. I'm talking about the interest in making sure that this industry continues to grow, and we got new generation now, because you can't do this forever.
Mhm.
You know, you would want to,
Yeah.
but eventually it's gonna be
I
one
can
day.
tell you, it's already catching up.
Well, according to Mil Máscaras, you can.
But the way,
I'm not gonna say it. You know what I'm talking about.
yeah.
Guy's like 80 years old.
Oh, I know.
But they pay him thousands and millions, boss.
Oh yeah, yeah, big time. So you said your family's from Colombia?
My dad is.
Your dad is.
Yeah.
Mom from
Laredo.
Laredo. Yeah, Colombia. Did you ever go visit?
No, I didn't have the chance.
Yeah, I had-
when I was 2, I was over there.
Yeah.
But I was 1 and 2 years
Yeah,
old.
you
So
don't remember much. But hopefully one day you can get out there, man. and
hopefully,
go visit.
I've been thinking about like reaching out there,
Yeah.
going.
You still have family over there?
I do.
His side?
I do. I won't lose if I reach out. It's just getting there.
Yeah.
It's just getting there.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be nice to visit your roots. You know, where you come from.
But even better if a wrestling promotion takes him over.
Yeah, that's what I'm waiting for. Like,
Yeah.
I would rather go like that than
Yeah.
My
Your
way.
Hometown hero comes back. It's like the prodigal
Or native.
prodigal son.
Native. That'll be awesome. So, you said 8 years. What have you seen changed in the last 8 years in wrestling? Besides, which is a very important point, the technology and how that affects.
But I can tell you that it's helping us more. Right now, I have more content eating on TikTok than my wrestling. It's just being on your phone, being active. If you're not on your phone, no one knows about you.
Yeah, that's true.
It's
That's
weird. I'm getting more views. Eating a burrito, I did a video right before this podcast. Eating a burrito, and it gets 600 views.
I totally agree, because Stephanie Baquer friended me, which I've never had on Facebook. Like, do you remember? Like, oh, cool.
Uh-huh.
Hey, just hey, how you doing? Good to talk to you again. That's it. But I was like, it's what he's saying. She's staying active.
Yeah.
She ain't got to talk to me, dude.
Yeah.
Buttercrust guy from the radio. She's in WWE now.
Yeah.
But I guess she remembers the conversation with I'm proud of her, man.
Oh yeah.
I'm proud.
And
Very
it's
proud.
just being out there. Just go left and right, and then you could have someone record it, and you could show it and promote it, put it out there.
Which will remind me, you should have recorded your.
I already put a post that I'm here in the podcast.
Oh,
I
cool.
did. That's badass.
Good.
You need to put on a stand.
Oh yeah, well, we have the stand over there. Yeah, for the future.
That's great, man. So what else is Roxanne doing, or how else can the community get involved with you? Or,
Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, on YouTube. I surprised myself with ROW, with Red Wrestling. I was doing their show. I went to a random gas station. This is 6 hours out of my way, right? This is Tennessee City. And I go inside the building to the gas station, and Primo Juanito's on the TV.
oh, nice,
My own self
nice.
on TV.
How did that feel?
I do not have words for that.
That's
It's mind blowing, right?
Because I'm 6 hours out of my way, and plus I did not have a phone. So
You're always like, yes, get
I told my
him,
friend,
Juanito. Hey, you're
yeah,
in the other
I
match.
know that guy.
I know.
I told the cashier, I was like, I know that guy.
Did you put it together or you didn't?
Yeah,
Like-
my friend told him.
What I'm saying, you totally committed to this. You've now drawn this character of yourself.
Yeah,
You're,
it's out there.
You stand out from everybody else. Or you don't blend in.
I get freaked out sometimes.
You don't blend in. I'm sorry, it says too easily with the rest of the crowd,
Yeah.
which is a good thing. You stand out.
I used to be more crazier.
I remember that. I remember in the beginning.
I used to have a half and half face.
Yeah.
I used to grow a full beard on this side
Yeah.
with the sides.
Check
And then
that out.
clean it out this side and walk down the street.
But that's how you know that you graduated to the next level. You're keeping it simpler, but it's still a different.
there.
It's still a character with a different identity,
Mhm.
and people recognize, and it's drawn to it. Like no more of doing this and this. Or,
Yeah.
those are the days in the past. That's you were starting out.
And it's a random day. I'm having a bad day, good day, slow day. It's too early for this. And I turn around, I hear Roxo, or hey, aren't you the wrestler? Hey, this. I saw you last night, and it's like, wow, I'm doing something.
Yeah.
Like they know my name, they know who I am.
Oh, I know.
It changes everything.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Makes me go harder sometimes. Sometimes it goes, okay, I'm with the right path.
That's
Things
good,
like that.
man. That's good.
Yeah.
It's always good to hear the other side because we've always, people talk smack. Cause this wrestler, no, it's because it's that. But they never, not that I hate let's get into with their feelings kind of thing, but we hear from the inside of the ring
Perspective.
out.
Yeah.
And we're usually yelling into the ring, and now we hear, your thoughts and your thought process and what goes on. That's awesome, man. I am really happy that you had the time to step in here tonight.
Thank you guys.
Today and bring us up to speed on all this kind of stuff that the rest of the audience or most of the audience doesn't really know about. And behind the curtain kind of thing,
Yeah.
It sounds a little too cliche, but it's the truth.
Yep.
But anyway,
But we really appreciate the time. I know you probably had a long day.
Están dormidos ustedes. It's already 10 o'clock, I bet.
Yeah, talking shit now.
you're not gonna put Grandpa on the truck.
Yeah.
You're gonna say your seatbelt on. Okay, from here to the house, Grandpa. I'm just gonna go to IHOP for coffee. No. I just want coffee from IHOP. No, go straight home, Grandpa.
Quiero café de juleps.
But before it was nobody from here. We can go to Luther. No, okay, we can go to Luther.
Those days are
Night's just starting.
That's all right. That's all right. So anyway, again, Roxo, thank you so much, man.
Thank you.
And like I said, when people see you on the mat, whole different persona. This is really.
Yeah, don't freak out, guys. Glad you brought that out. Next time you see him in the ring. He's not rude. That's just his character.
Yeah.
I understand if he sticks his tongue out at you or whatever. That's just his character. When he gets out, it's this guy with you right here. All right. So that's the magic of wrestling. Because I know there's gonna be a kid. Oh, me. No, that's because I
I
told
scared
you.
a child like this past weekend. They invited me to the birthday party, right? I'm the special guest, and they wanted masked luchadors. I said, I'll find you some. The other day I couldn't find any, so I canceled my stuff. I went face paint and all. And I took my character, the Illuminated, one of the best guys.
Yeah.
The guy was having a good time. Wow! Until the mom told him, "You're gonna wrestle him."
Oh.
He started to cry on his 4-year-old birthday party.
Aw.
And I told the mom, I was like, why are you scaring him? Like,
Yeah.
we're intimidating.
Yeah.
No. And then we turn around, he's crying. I even picked up my own buddy, slammed him. I was like, let's do John Cena. He's like, I'm doing nothing with you guys. Crying on his 4-year-old
I know
birthday.
wrestling is real.
And And he came out, John Cena and everything.
Oh, it is.
Oh,
No,
man.
all right, ring the bell. He heard that and he was like, no, no, no. That was one of the cool moments.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's an idea. Is Wrestling Academy available for
Oh yeah,
birthday parties?
oh yeah. We're gonna start off with birthday parties
There you go.
when we have
I wasn't
wrestling
sure.
events.
Divorces?
Of course, why we gotta?
You're
In
gonna,
fact, your
wrestle,
opponent
you're gonna
won't-
wrestle her for the rights.
Right.
We'll dress up your opponent like your ex.
Oh, well.
Now y'all can go ahead. There'll be some tall black dude for you.
Because it's Juneteenth or what? Is that what you're saying?
No, I just thought
You're rude.
because you
You're
like black
rude.
men. It's
You're
okay.
rude.
It's okay. You got a little bit of ketchup stains on your tablecloth.
Yeah, I got old like 10 minutes.
No, I did not get old. You got old. Anyway.
Traes puro sueño, grandpa.
Yeah, I was right here.
No, hombre, que se, I can go another 2 minutes. That's what she said. But anyway, so again, Roxo, thank you so much. Of course, you and I are going to be seeing a lot of each other, but again, guys, look, respect the sport. You know, you don't have to like it, but respect it. Just like everything else, you know, we all are here for a reason. Maybe it's for a season or whatever, but we all have our lane in life. We all have our skill set, and these guys have a skill set that you can talk shit all day. And it's something about wrestling that you go, you scream at these guys, you talk shit to them, knowing damn well that if they wanted to, they could just come sit on you.
Oh, yeah.
Easy.
But
Remember what they did with Conan? And old Laredo?
Remind me.
Yeah.
Our conversation.
Yeah, it's a different conversation. So,
Offline conversation.
but their job is to take it, entertain, you know, and provide a service, right? It's an entertainment service. So, you know, support the sport, guys. You know, these guys bust their ass every day to train and stay in that skill
In the
set.
zone.
Yeah, stay in the zone and stay hungry and develop so that you guys can, you know, come into a sporting event, a wrestling event, and have a good time. And a
Distress.
safe,
Yeah,
safe
that's
time.
what it is.
Yeah, and so you gotta give credit where credit is due. So
Yeah.
not everybody can do it. Trust
Yeah.
me.
Kudos
Yes,
to
sir.
you, brother. And
Thank
kudos
you.
to everybody else that's making it also, all the other wrestlers. Not here today, that are in the grind, that it takes, you know, like it's like being a soldier, man. It's, you know, almost the same. You're sacrificing family, your body, everything. You never know, things can go south in
Yeah.
a split second.
Right.
Yeah.
So when I get home, I thank
Yeah.
God and I go to sleep.
There you go.
There he goes.
A little sore, but there you go.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
So I heard you were training yesterday. So you did the show in Laredo, the one you said that you had a really good time with Pimpinela. And then the next day, tell us about that.
Houston, Texas.
They drove to Houston.
Yeah, like right now, tomorrow, I'm in San Antonio.
Oh, wow.
I'm in the semi-main event tag team match, 2 out of 3 falls. I had McAllen the 21st. Same thing, 2 out of 3 falls, random wrestlers, but it just canceled.
Oh, wow.
So I was like, okay.
Take a little break.
Sunday I'm in Houston again,
Oh.
and that's every week next
See,
week.
people
Pretty much
understand.
over there,
People
man.
understand. This is the life you chose, bro. You know what I'm saying? This is
And
something.
I enjoy it on the moment where it's quiet, where there's no more radio station, and it's just noise. I turn it down, put the windows down. I just look outside while driving.
Yeah.
And this is what I wanted.
Yeah.
3 hours out of my way. I'm 3 hours to my direction. But I'm gonna get there.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm enjoying it.
Cool.
That's awesome, dude. I wish
Every
you
weekend.
I wish you the best, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, you deserve an opportunity to get
Try
there.
it.
Hopefully, you know, what we're doing here in Laredo one day will benefit you and be able to help you.
It's part of
better.
history, if anything.
Yeah, no, I'm real lucky. Thanks to a shout out to Alan Garza to it was his idea to do this. And
That it was Lucio.
well,
He's the one
No.
that
That's the same.
Fuck
Lucio claims that it's his idea.
Nah, this is gay.
Oh, okay.
This
So
is
it's
an idiot.
Alex.
Yeah.
So is Alan.
Oh,
But
Alex? Okay.
Yeah.
They're both so differently alike.
They're so differently alike.
Yes.
That's different.
so you know what? Let me. I said something right now.
Right.
Lucio's gay, and let me explain that. because that's something that we grew up with.
Yeah.
Because nowadays, you know, people with an alternative lifestyle will take it personal. Let me explain it to you guys. Has nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
When we say you're gay, we're talking about you're either weird or you're weak or you're softy. We're not talking about
There's no hard
the sexuality
feelings
of
behind
it.
it.
Yeah.
Man.
So don't take it too personal when I say now you're gay.
And if you do, tune us off.
Yeah, I mean we're not trying to start.
We're not gonna
anything.
change.
We're speaking like the way we grew up, you know, and a lot of the older viewers will appreciate what we're saying. It's not they'll understand it. They may not agree with it.
They're
but
not appreciating
yeah.
it.
No, what I mean by appreciate is that they understand where it's coming from.
It's just a jargon. That's how we
Yeah.
talk. I'm not gonna change from saying evil Knievel like someone's. I'm gonna say, oh, it's mean Knievel.
Yeah.
No, he's evil Knievel.
You look at me, I mean, so.
Which at the end he's a born again Christian. So
Is he still
figure
alive?
the irony? No, he passed away.
Did he pass away?
But he gave his life to Christ before
He
he
did?
passed away. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
3 years before. So the name, you know what I'm saying? We're not gonna change anything. That's history. That is what it is. We just hope you don't get offended, and that's all.
Yeah, we're not trying to offend anybody in any
No.
way. It's just
Not at all.
it's
Just
just a
jargon.
matter of speech and
Yeah.
like I said, I know like in the government, you know, you can't say stuff like that. I mean, they'll get you in trouble real quick, you know.
Yeah, well, that's why we have a different government now.
No, I'm talking about you know, like in the army. I mean, you can't say a lot of
It's
stuff.
changing.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
Not
It's
like-
changing.
Yeah.
But anyway, Roxo, this is your home, man. Whenever you have something, any kind of big story or news, let us know, man.
Yes, sir.
Next time you come here, come in with Skull Kid and you're throwing them around.
Yeah, we
right,
that.
right
You know,
here.
And-
Skull Kid called a little while ago that you could
I wasn't
make
gonna
it.
say anything. I wasn't, but
So
he was
Skull
talking-
Kid, if you're listening,
he was talking trash.
yeah,
Bro.
talking shit. So you're
And I
listening.
could have sworn I heard Lucy in the back. Hey, tell him also that like he's putting that stuff in his ears. Skull Kid's a good guy, man. I don't know why he's talking trash, though. But
I just found out that Skull Kid and my middle daughter Megan went to school together.
really,
Oh boy.
Skull Kid was in the band at Nixon.
What a nerd.
what would
What a nerd.
Literally.
He can't read
What would he
regular
play?
words.
The female?
No, he played air drums.
Oh,
Air drums.
Órale.
there's two of you.
He had a 10-minute solo.
And now there's two of you that play drums. Got it.
You know what I'm gonna play? Your fucking shirt across the parking lot a little while ago. And Roxo's gonna fucking
Yeah,
referee.
yeah,
It's gonna be hilarious. Two old guys kind of going,
Okay, let's go. I didn't hear the bell ring. I didn't hear no bell ring. Let's go, Tommy.
ring the bell, you
Let's go,
fucking
Tommy.
pansy.
Let's go, Tommy.
You know?
Hombre, es puro sueño, güey.
Yeah.
No, pero ya me oriné dos veces, güey. So, ahorita que me levantes, I'm gonna look pretty.
That's
So,
gonna smell weird.
Yeah.
it's gonna be a,
I thought it was the AC drip over in the back. Dude.
it's gonna be a little yeasty, a little musky.
I love it.
All right, guys. Anyway,
Yep.
Roscoe, thank you so much. So again, guys, episode 14. I'm gonna apologize for the first 20 minutes of this session because I got freaking brainiac over here.
So I did my recap for nothing.
No,
No.
I went through the whole list.
List of the sponsors.
Yes. Thank God for the
bills
viewers.
are not getting paid.
Thank God for the viewers that they're like,
Yeah. Thank you, viewers. Thank you.
yeah, so
And
they're like,
sponsors.
Mike, I'm like, what are you talking about?
Southman, you're fired, but stick around because we need you for the next episode.
But you're fired.
I just want you to feel you got fired.
Yes.
Stick around, we need you.
But anyway, guys, so stick around for next week.
Yep.
We got some again. We're always
Big
trying to find,
lineup. Big lineup.
we're always trying to get the best, the in people that are narrator that you may not know about.
But you need to know about.
that you need to know about. Of course, this is gonna be on. We're gonna after this. Southman will put it up on
Boom it up.
on YouTube.
On the YouTube channel.
Hopefully, how much longer before we go?
August 7th.
Okay.
So we got another
We're
month.
a couple of weeks before
Yeah.
we're able to put it on
Facebook.
YouTube and
Facebook.
Possible.
Facebook. I'm sorry, and
On MySpace.
yeah, on AOL. Remember that?
I know.
Oh my God, dude, it took like half an hour. Yeah, it sucked, dude. That was.
DLS.
We were all excited, but we were all excited.
DSL.
We were all
Yeah.
excited over it. But not like when you started. It was. No,
Is this microphone?
no, my microphone is fucking on, baby. It's on.
Hey, take
Yes,
us,
I hear you calling.
hey, take us off screen.
But I can't
It's gonna get,
go
it's gonna get
home
bad.
right
It's good or bad?
The
It's gonna get
buttercup
really
boy
bad.
is talking. And he looks like he doesn't have a home.
I'm just gonna pull his diaper down.
Tell me that. You're gonna get your hands dirty.
So he trips over it.
Hands
He's gonna
dirty
do the
with
penguin walk.
natural peanut butter.
He's gonna do the penguin walk for and then he goes over.
Look, he's 54, but he looks like he's 5.
Anyway,
Yeah,
guys.
hey,
Thank you. Meanwhile, back at the band, back at the ranch, Pancho was trying to read.
Have a great night. Stay safe, and we'll see y'all next week.
All right.
Good night.
Nice.
God bless, guys.